What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I figured I'd do a live. I wanted to see if notifications go out like they should. Oftentimes they don't go out like they should. So, whoever's finding their way within the chat room, hey, put up a post or something. Let me know what's going on with you. That's why I titled this particular live stream "What's Going On." Hopefully, notifications go out like they should, and we can get a conversation going on this. You know, I don't want this live to be too long. What's up, Williams? What's going on with you? Hopefully everything's copacetic within your world. Ain't too many issues, and if it is some issues, you handle them like we all must do. So Williams don't spoke up. Who's the other person that's laying dormant? You know, who's the other person? Let's get a dialogue going, a topic going, something that's you know at the tip of your thoughts. And if not, like I said, this will probably be maybe 25 minutes at the most. It ain't gonna be too long. I just want to see this new way that I'm doing this particular live stream, if it'll go out to the people. Hey, Cadillac J Justice, it's up to you what we talking about. It's just me, Reek. I don't got old school. I don't got Famo. I don't got whoever I usually invite on my particular live streams. It's just me. It's no Lisa Smith, infamous Lisa Smith, or anybody. It's just I. So whatever y'all want the topic to be, we can expand on it. Hopefully y'all caught the if you didn't catch the actual live stream, if you caught the replay of Boyfriend Pimp, hopefully you done found your way of getting that Corvette Summer movie and then breaking it down for your own aspect of, how I kind of broke down the movie. There was another movie I wanted to break down too. I'm trying to think that I wanted to touch on. Matter of fact, I wanted to touch on Training Day, but Training Day, it has, I have to I mean, we all don't watch Training Day, and if you ain't watched it, Training Day with Denzel. But my interpretation on Training Day, it's a way you could look at that movie like it was about Pac. And a lot of people, when I tell them that, they're like, how can Training Day be about Pac? But when you think of how Denzel was moving, it's like a salacious way of, showing like how Pac lived his life. He was methodical, but then it was like at points he could be off the handle. And if you watch Training Day with that type of aspect, you'll see okay, they're kind of in a backhanded way relating Training Day to how Pac's rise and the demise was. Let me just step into it since I just said that. Okay, now think about it like this: not all the people, but certain people that was in Pac's life, they actually played in that movie. You had Snoop playing it, you had Dr. Dre playing it. You know, even let's fast forward to the end. Okay, at the end of the movie, no, we won't fast forward because you won't understand it. Okay, remember when they were saying, well, Denzel's character, I forgot what his name was, but he had to get this much, he had to get so much money because he had a fight with some Russian in Vegas. So he had to get this money together to pay them off so they wouldn't, essentially what they did, put a hit on him and kill him. Well, you think about it, that's why essentially he broke into, the dude's house and took all his money to try to get up this money. So I guess, essentially so he'll save his life. So with that being said, just think of it how it happened at the end. Denzel is in his black Monte Carlo on a street that is barely populated, just like how they married with Pac on it. And he's at the stop sign by himself. Instead of with two people, it's just him by himself. And then all these cars pull up, and it's more dramatized for the movies situation, but they all pull up and they get to shooting at him and everything. So essentially, at the stops, instead of a stoplight, he's at a stop sign, and at the stop sign, he gets his issue of whatever transpired within Vegas right there on that corner right there. You know, I broke this down to someone earlier, and they was like, "Man, I didn't even see it like that." But you know, the way that they're moving within the movie, you got to think of all the things that transpired, that's documented, that transpired in Pac's life, and how they put the twist on it, the movie twist on it, to kind of hide what was going on within that movie. Yeah, you're right. Williams, he could have played the role, but think about it. They were essentially mocking Pac. Because you think about it. Training Day came out through Warner's Brothers. Warner Brothers is connected to Interscope. I mean, this is they have foreknowledge of okay, we want to have a movie, but we need a script. Where can we kind of have a what idea can we go off of? And essentially, roughly, that's how essentially you figure. Matter of fact, I have to find out who actually wrote that script, because then you can find out how is this particular person connected to have information or intelligence on certain things at play. But yeah, if you got it in your collection, pull it out. Hey, if you got a streaming service, pull it up and rewatch it. Rewatch it with the sense of Pac being Denzel, and he's living his life out through how Pac would be. Think about it. In that movie, Denzel. I mean, Denzel talks his stuff, but he was more outspoken, more quick to pop the whip. And, Denzel usually don't do movies like that. So think how the media always portray Pac and everything. They always catch on saying certain quotes and quotations and things like that. That's how I kind of looked at it. And you figure the last movie role that Pac played, he was portrayed to be a cop. Let me see. Can you call in? Let me see. Yeah, you could call in. Matter of fact, throw your number up, and I'll hit your line. Let me get my little thing set up so we can do that. Let me see. So if you want to put your number up, anybody want to actually call in and weigh in on this particular topic, go ahead and throw your number up. I'm getting it set up so if that's what y'all want to do, and we can expand on this and other topics, because I do have other topics that we can actually reference. And not all the time, but sometimes you may have to, if you're gonna put your number up, you're gonna have to put it up and spell out the number or whatever. Okay, I'll hit your line. Hold on, kind of like JJ. I gotta get to my other location. Let's see. Let me set up. It's on. Give me some time. It's just me, so I gotta do all this by myself. Let me see. Okay, got that connected. Let me see. Wait a minute. Bear with me. Okay, I'm hitting your line now. Anybody else want to join in? They can.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
You sent me the wrong number. Let me re-hit you again. Hold on. Yeah, a lot of these movies they do practice. They do have a lot of hidden messages, and they have double meanings within them. A lot of people don't see, a lot of these movies having double meanings within them.
Hello?
What's up? What's up, Cadillac JJS? What's going on with you?
What's up with you? Staying cool to it.
Okay.
I lost my voice a little bit, so it might sound a little raspy, but what's up with it?
Nothing much. So what you got to add it, to this conversation that, not so, we done stumbled upon.
Kind of like, I got a question too about that. Like, it kind of pertains to it, but it kind of don't. I want to ask you, do you ever listen to the other YouTubers?
I listen to all kind of YouTubers, all of them. I may not weigh in on what they're saying, but I do definitely listen. Think of it like this. We have NBC, we have Fox, we have CBS, we have ABC. These are all news outlets. They all put out, news pertaining to whatever the issue of the day may be. So you do have to listen to your competitors to kind of not so much repeat what they're saying, but what they didn't speak on, you got to speak on. So, maybe, okay, my people be informed on this, what they didn't touch on, and vice versa. That's what I think all, YouTubers do. Contrary to, some people acting like they don't, listen to people. But yeah, I do listen to other YouTubers. So,
you ever listen to the Manager and the MGTOW and all that?
Wait, say that one again. I didn't really get it when you said it.
The people in the Manosphere and the MGTOW.
No, you're gonna have to break it down because now. I'll say this: some YouTubers I do, some people I'm still not up on, so I'm not familiar with the ones that you're talking about.
Yeah, they got like a whole sector of like black YouTube.
Okay. I'm not familiar. Matter of fact, you know what you can do? You can send me a link on it, and then maybe I'll check it out, and then I'll be able to weigh in more on what you're talking about. But
yeah, but I don't really like none of them though.
Oh, okay.
I like this you more than that, but I'm saying like, they do everything like they do they do the Cash App, the PayPal, like they always telling people hit them up on the Stream Lab, like all of that.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of people, since YouTube has demonetized certain platforms, I guess, some people make their living off of YouTube. I'm not one that does. I just so happenly had my monetization remonetized, and it wasn't because of something. I guess they say your platform's ready, but to me, they do a yo-yo with me because see, the people I have them talk so real, and they kind of want to steer away from that. They kind of want, like a minstrel show, or they want you to kind of, speak more BS into the airway. So, it's more, what's it, more PC, politically correct for their sponsors or whatever. A lot of times the people, the people I have on, they ain't speaking to the sponsors, so they won't be able to. You won't see a commercial on top of it. You know, matter of fact, a lot of videos I got with old school, all those usually don't have no commercials on it because you see how old school talks. They ain't trying to let that kind of stuff go. You know, he's talking too real and gritty for them to, you know, have that go out to the masses like that. But hey, to those that do, hey, it's channels that, you know, think about it like this. You know, I remember back in the day when Ice-T was doing this thing and Will Smith was doing this thing. You know, Ice-T said, you know, Will Smith is, you know, Disney rap. And essentially he was. He wasn't, you know, hard edge or anything like that. But, you know, the mass media is gonna play more to that than to reality rap. That's speaking about, you know, issues that, you know, brothers and sisters is going, you know, facing in the community and things like that. So I just look at it as two different lanes. Matter of fact, let me.
They were telling me they're like, Judge, you need to do a YouTube, you need to be a YouTuber, and I ain't really in that lane. Like, that ain't what I do.
Yeah, but I mean, I look at it like this: everybody got a voice, or you know, needs to bring something to light. So if you know you got people, your peers, you know, people that feel that you have something to say, and you can bring it to the masses, because you figure you do got a YouTube channel, you just kind of listen and stuff. You can start popping up videos and things like that.
That ain't my lane. That ain't what I do. I just be listening.
Okay.
Hey, I be listening to these other niggas too, though, and they don't be that for real. Like, they're not in the field. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the street.
Right.
But these niggas don't really be in the streets like that. Like, you niggas just on YouTube, just get behind the camera, look at you talking.
Right.
If I can do that, I can make some money. Why not?
That's true. Well, think about it like this. And Williams, I'm gonna get to your. I'm gonna have you call in. I just want to finish this particular thought. That's the reason why I started, you know, a YouTube channel. You know, I would sit back and at the time there was only a few that were speaking on certain things, and there were people that, you know, actually just had DVDs and they put out DVDs. But when you start looking at some of that stuff, you being grounded from the street, from whatever walk of life that you're in, you know, you start to looking like, man, this ain't how it really goes. You know, I'm in the street every day. I got family members that's in the street every day. And this ain't how it goes. So I want to voice my opinion or have people that are my peers that are actually, you know, touching down on the turf to actually speak on some of these things. You know, that's why, you know, you know, it's some people that feel like they're also higher than everybody on these YouTube channels and want to talk down on the people. The only time I'm talking shit is when someone's unfairly saying something to me. But to me, if it doesn't rise to the occasion, I just straight block you. But what I'm saying is, if someone's calling you to make a YouTube and what you're seeing is like a lot of these dudes ain't nobody saying be on like every day faithfully. That ain't because I don't be on every day faithfully. It be times I be on, and if I'm feeling it and if I'm not. If they're not messing with my channel, I'm on or not. So if it's calling you enough to make like whatever topic, like these females is in tunnel vision now because we got cell phones, anything like that. You can make anything and speak your piece on it, and someone's like, man, I'm resonating with Cadillac J just on that particular topic because I done battled that. You know, I done seen that. Whatever's calling you at that particular time, not to make it every day, but you know that's up to you.
But that's what's gonna get you hit though. That's what's gonna make the other people look at you, the fans and shit. That's what's gonna make them come to you. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking that shit, like kind of like when you were saying, you had a couple girls, you know that's like in the game that really don't, you know what I'm saying, P or whatever.
Yeah.
They really don't. You know what I'm saying? But they always need a real nigga, and that's a whole other category of the game that you can talk about. But that's gonna draw the wrong type of attention sometimes. And that's what I'm kind of.
Well, you got to look at it like this. You got to formulate it in a different kind of way, not so directly. You know, that's why, you know, I steer clear of, you know, certain people that don't appear on my channel no more because they were starting to speak in ways where, you know, that can be not beneficial to, you know, someone that doesn't have all the answers and they would just take it and run with it. And I'm not trying to get nobody, you know, locked up in a penitentiary or caught up in nothing that they shouldn't be caught up in. That's why I try to be like, okay, we got people that's been seasoned and been out, you know, in whatever walk of life they've been. They're speaking on you know, essentially being fucked in funky situations, and how to steer clear of being in funky situations. And we know how to get into these situations, but ways to stay clear, and the way usually is led through parables. Man, I remember back in the day, something that's long gone past, and the person that already received their issue, and you speak on that versus, okay, this is how you out with the whatever. No, we're speaking on past topics, past situations. You know, that's the way to combat it. Not you hearing these people, oh, this is how you be super P and all that. No, or you super D boy, or no, we ain't speaking like that. Because we know everybody's listening to this, not just one certain segment. Everybody's listening, so you got to speak.
So when you talking about Twitter,
Yeah.
I need to know about that. When you talking like the Instagram thing too, yeah, that's what's going on right now.
Right. Yeah.
So we got to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. What I was speaking on, saying, females are making moves in other ways that's, beyond back pages and all that. That's the truth. I see it. I mean, if you got any of those platforms, you see it too. So that's why I said I got to get this person online to talk to them. Maybe not so much, um, so much exposing their hand, kind of almost like how I had Boston. Boston would speak on past tense, not on current things. So they could speak on, well, this is why I transitioned the way I did because I didn't want to, get caught up in that old sweet. Because you think about it, something new's coming online every day. And when I say online, like in life that we may not be privy to till someone pulls our coat to it, But hold on a second. I'm gonna try to get Williams on a call too and see what he wants to add to this conversation we got going. Hold on a second.
All right.
Let me see. Let me hit this line. Let me see. Williams.
Yes, sir. What's happening, man?
What's going on? You on with Rick and you on with Cal like J Just. What you want to add to the conversation?
Hey, man, what's up, brother? I'm enjoying what's going on, my brother. Just enjoying the conversation, man. What y'all having going on, man?
Okay.
I just want to add in, like I was saying earlier, that a lot of those moves be based on like real people lives and events and stuff that people been really went through, and you got somebody else just rewriting it and living it through their story.
Right.
Kind of like the movies, like the Eyes Wide Shut, or maybe Stanley Kubrick films and stuff like So a lot of that stuff it be real, but people don't be paying no attention, man.
Right.
And I think that it's coming to a point in time now where everybody's pretty much waking up. You got a lot of people waking up.
Right.
And people don't even think they watch the movie. They think, oh, this is action. Yeah, they reveal like everything in most movies. You just got to pay attention.
Right.
And I'm just like to enjoy the show, man. I'm just like one of those listeners that just come in every now and then and check out. I like to watch other YouTubers too and see what they have to say. But we got a lot of phonies out there.
Yeah, we definitely do.
But it is some good channels out there, man. Some real good YouTubers out there. I think we own to something. We just gotta realize what we own to and just allow people to speak their truth, man. And
I'll look at it like this. I mean, when I first started, I started back in '09, and I really wasn't doing what I'm doing right now. I just was kind of posting, videos of my cars and things like that. But then, I started getting, people to like hearing what I'm saying and stuff. But how I look at it now, we're in a day of, people don't, well, I won't say people. I say corporations, companies, powers that be don't want people disseminating actual truth. They want people stuck on stupid. So so they figure, okay, now we got to throw some monkey wrenches on into the people that are actually, even if they're not so much speaking truth, if they're pointing directions where to go find some truth, because I ain't gonna say I got all the answers, but I'm definitely gonna try to point you in the direction to find some answers, or have like you yourself, you and Cadillac J just on to okay, oh go to this person, go to this person, each one teach one,
Right.
But a lot of people don't like that.
I've been on your channel, man, for a little while, man. For probably a little bit over a year, man.
Okay.
And it's been I like the conversations y'all be having, man. The topics be real, and you know what I mean. It's always good to just communicate with real people, because it's like he said earlier. What's the other guy's name that's on?
Cadillac J Just.
Yeah, Cadillac J, man. He said some real stuff, man. We out here in the world, man. This ain't no Hollywood we living out here. We in the real world, so. People don't understand. It's like a duality thing, like you were saying earlier, man.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to wake up, man. We got to just waking each other up and letting them know, And it's gonna come to a point in time where everybody's gonna pretty much find their truth. It ain't really no right or wrong answer. I don't think personally. I just think about every individual just sharing their truth and their experiences of what they had going on.
Mm-hmm.
And what they got going on in life, and it's going to be different, situations with different people all the time, man. But I think like once we come together as a unit and started moving, cohesiveness, man, and just start moving as one, we'll get a whole lot further down the road, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But see, to me, I look at it like this: we have a lot of agents moving throughout this world, and when I say agents, y'all know, just like in the streets, if you're doing street shit, we call snitches. But agents, I say on these platforms that they look like you, they sound like you, but they're not getting their issues like if you was to do certain things like they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And just sitting back and thinking about the ones that be saying certain things. The people that's the hierarchy, they sending this stuff down. Information down, to us, so to speak, but it's some of the information not accurate and it's not right.
Right.
And so we got to watch out for those people that's trying to lead us down that, the other road. They want to think it's so easy sometimes when it's really not that easy sometimes.
Right.
And so we got to watch those. We got to watch those images too.
Now, what would you say?
What it looks like, it looks like they'll let the agents ride, they'll let the people that tell lies, they let them ride. Yeah. All the false shit ride. And if you're speaking the truth, somebody say something real that come from the street them kind of like start putting a block to it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Block to it or try to, marry some little weak controversy. Like, oh, you don't want to listen to them because of this little petty little stuff. Nah, man, let's get past that. We'll get past the little petty stuff. Let's really deal with the real issue at hand. Let's not tell no jokes and try to, how they like, oh, I'm roasting this person. Nah, let's really get to the nitty gritty with this. Let's get the minstrel show out the way.
Let's start to deal with one another, man, according to the situation. And like you said, stop taking everything for a joke in the game, because it is serious out here, man. We got people out here that's after us. They trying to knock us off, man. They trying to get us,
Mm-hmm.
So, and it seems like, they almost winning to a certain extent, but, we just got to come be a little stronger.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wanted to speak on this. I don't know I don't know. A lot of people done seen Goodfellas. Y'all seen Goodfellas, haven't
you? Yeah. One of my favorites.
Now, I peeped something in Goodfellas that relates to Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the part that, to me, that relates to Prince, now figure, Goodfellas is put out through Warner Brothers.
Right.
For years, Prince was on Warner Brothers. Okay.
Right.
Prince, and I want to say it was in 06, he had that, it was either 06 or 96. He had the the battle with the record label, where he wanted to essentially have control over all of his masters and everything. So he sued him. He changed his name to the symbol, because essentially he put that thing on the side of his face saying he's essentially a slave to this record label.
Right.
Well, what, in 2016 he won to have all his masters. So I want to say it's 06 he brought the case. I want to say he had the issue in 96, but he brought the case in 06. So that's a 10-year span. That 10-year span in 2016, that's when he mysteriously passes away. And all those
about the game.
Huh?
About the game.
Yeah. Now he all his record, all his masters and all that stuff essentially reverted back to the record company, and essentially they pay his family a stipend, of proceeds, whatever they get off of, since they drilled his vault for all his older archive he never put out. My connection with it is, think about it like this: in Goodfellas, remember when Joe Pesci, they were in the bar, and Billy Batts, he was the made man at the particular time. He's like, yeah, why don't you go get your shine box and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And, Joe Pesci gave him his issue. And when he gave him his issue, essentially killed him. But he didn't have the order to do that, because dude was a made man and he wasn't, even though they're all in the same clique and everything. So, he's going on about life, and it shows, it documents it. When you watch this movie, it shows that that bar scene was in 1970. Well, it comes up, later down in the movie, Al
Pacino.
not Al Pacino, what's his name? Not Al Pacino. Damn, I'm lost for words. Not Al Pacino. Fuck. Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro's like, yeah, Joe Pesci, he's about to be made, and Henry, he's like, oh, that's good and everything. Oh, they're gonna call me when he gets made and everything. And then they're at they're at the restaurant eating, and he said, well, did he get made? He's like, well, there was nothing we can do about it. But that was 1980. So they waited a 10-year span to kill him. It was like, we knew you did this, but we waited 10 years to knock you off, because we're sending a message that nobody is bigger than this whole clique we in. So essentially, that's what the thing with Prince. Prince drawing light to, this is how these record labels are doing you. He's going on Tavis Smiley talking about chemtrails and things like that. Matter of fact, if you watch with his clips with Dick Gregory, and he's speaking on, how, what probably got him caught up in his issue, him speaking about these things that they didn't want all the other artists to know about.
Right. Kind of like the same thing with Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
Same thing, Michael Jackson was leading Sony and owning half of Sony at the same time, and he was talking about the money, the millions of dollars he generated, and like you said, he was trying to put so much out there for the people. What I mean? Because I know that Mike felt like his time was coming.
Right.
And he was trying to let the people know before it was too late. So I think for the majority of them artists, they try to send a message out, man. Tupac tried to do the same thing,
Right.
They try to send messages out, and sometimes the people they catch it, and sometimes they don't.
Right.
But for the ones that do catch it and is able to see what's going on, I encourage them to try to open their person's eyes and try to help them to realize and see too that these people playing the game, man.
Right. Now, what was you got?
It's like no one down successful,
Right. Was you speaking on something, Cal, like that, Just?
No, that's real. That's what they do. You got to think about it like it was us. We wait 10 years. You talking about the family, you do not come other shit. You trying to wake the people up. But we'll let you say a little bit. But we're going to take you out here in a minute. That's kind of what it looked like.
Right.
I don't know, but
Yeah, the Michael Jackson thing gets me because you know how the media always blasted out. Oh, he was broke and all this. How are you broke and you own 51 controlling interest of a conglomerate of Sony? You're far from broke.
They always say that about us, man. They always say that about us. We down broke, we didn't got no video. It's always something they say about us. We can't buy success. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
we can't, yeah. There's always something behind him. He was a drug addict. Or he, you know, there's always something they try to stick to, man. You know?
Right.
It's always good you did. You know, like you they try to get him to the cross, but you know.
Williams, let me hit your line again because I don't know if it's if the magnitude of what you're saying and what we're saying is coming across where it's breaking up, and I want people to hear what you're saying. So let me try to hit your line again, and hopefully you know the line will get cleared up. So just hang up, huh? Yeah, I can hear you, but it's coming through on a speaker where it's like it's all choppy. You know, when you'll hear it on the replay, like, oh, they was trying to mess with what I was saying, so people can't hear what message I'm conveying. That's why I'm saying let me re-hit your line again, and hopefully clear that up.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, that's crazy because I hear that shit too. You know.
Yeah.
Y'all boys start talking about that real shit, and then I'm shit.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, man.
Hey, but I'm about to walk back in and finish my argument with my square girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to the rest of it.
All right.
And I'm gonna be back. Y'all link up with me, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Samo. All to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Lisa Slim. Tell them I said what's up.
Okay. I'll do that. Thanks for calling in.
For sure.
Yep. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I gotta reconfigure some things to get Williams back on the line. Larry, you want to throw your number up? You can do that too if you want to add to it. Let me see.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Now you coming through clear now. So.
Yeah. They were trying to get us.
Yeah, they was. That's what Cadillac just said. Like, man, as soon as you got to talking that they're real, they start breaking it up. Like, nah, we can't let them hear that.
Yeah, but we got to keep it going, man, because that's the problem now. They know that they can try to break us up, and, you know, we can't allow them. But we got to get this as strong as they is.
Right.
You know, once they try to do something to block us, we just try to figure out another way to come back at them and let them know the truth got to be told.
Most definitely.
No, you can't be scared to tell the truth. So, I mean, that's what they want us to be, scared to tell the truth, you know.
Right.
But, you know, it's kind of crazy though, man. I just be sitting back thinking sometimes, just looking like, you know, it's always one of us that they mess over, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always they try to put a reason behind it, but you know, some of these other artists they can die and you know have a great life and live on. They can be the greatest of all time, you know.
Right. Be pedophiles and everything, because one that comes to mind is Elvis Presley. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly who came to my mind. I didn't want to put it. I
right.
wasn't going to say that.
Right.
you know how they feel about him.
Right. That's true, but come on now. You got Bill Cosby locked up because of some hearsay and things like that from eons ago. But this man done actually took a wife and everything that was way below age. Come on, man.
Yeah, they want to dig him up and bury him again, man. You know, the Michael Jackson situation.
Right.
The man dead. You know what I mean? He had the feds following him for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? They said the FBI followed the man around for 10 years. So I mean, and then he went to trial and beat all the cases. And now you coming back, bringing back somebody else up saying he did this and did that. He dead. Let him rest in peace.
Right. But I got one that trumps even that, and a lot of people even think about it like this. I got I've watched, PBS specials, Frontlines, and, they were talking about, NSA. They said NSA been around since World War II, after World War II. Now you figure that means they've been listening since then. So they done heard every phone call. If it was anything they had on this man, they would have been pulled it out. So that lets you know it's all propaganda to try to sway someone's mindset to, think, oh, well, it could have happened. No, if it did happen, please believe they would have brought it out. Like, no, these are the tapes.
Exactly. You got the evidence, it'll present itself. I mean, so these people, sometimes they didn't have evidence. They just going on convictions.
Right.
Sad, man. Kind of remind me of the Central Park 5 guys, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's a whole other issue, you know what I'm saying? But it all seems like it started to tie into the same thing, man, Just like one big old ball of yarn. When you start to unravel that ball of yarn, man, it just gets longer and longer and longer. And you start to seeing what's really going on with, these people out here in this so-called world,
Right. Yeah. Larry just added, he said, what about Cuba Gooding Jr.? Now, I look at his situation. They got actual video of, Cuba Gooding being in, I guess, the club or whatever, and he's talking with this lady. And, she said he touched her or whatever. But his girls right there, they're all in the atmosphere. You figure. And he's some type of a celebrity. So I'm quite sure security right there, like, okaying if this person could be within his vicinity seeing this kind of stuff. So come on now. I mean, you show him getting let out of the police station by 2 detectives in handcuffs. But the very same person, Harvey Weinstein, he's walking in, no handcuffs or nothing. And this dude been accused by all kind of women.
I'm telling you, man, you just see the difference,
Right.
We see the difference and we see the big picture, but we got to start speaking out about it and start doing something about it because we can't depend on nobody else. You see, they're against us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just time for us to go out and start trying to, help our own people and for the ones that want it, because we know some of them bowl out and some of them, you know what I mean? They playing ball, and when they stop playing ball, you know how they go.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? With all that cooling and stuff going on with some of them, they just, a lot of them get reality checks. You know what I mean? They wake up call. A lot of them. You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta look at them and let them take their hit and see how they're gonna come back after taking that hit.
Right. Fresh Off the West said it's a double standard. Most definitely it's a double standard. You can see it.
That's the system all the way. That's the system.
Yeah, because matter of fact, I'll be watching, because I don't too much watch news unless I see it come through on the computer. I don't watch TV, but it was a story about this person without melon. He had raped an 11-year-old. He said he found her off of, one of those Tinder apps or whatever. And the judge gave him probation. But he raped an 11-year-old. But then I guess someone did another comparison story to this brother, a state where, they done legalize, the sale of marijuana and all this kind of stuff. This dude been serving like 25 years for a marijuana conviction, and he's still locked up. So come on now. The person actually rapes a child, and he gets probation. This brother been convicted for something that is no longer a criminal offense. So I mean, come on.
They just gave the other brother 12 years. I forget his name, was Albert, forgive me if I don't know his last name, but Albert something. Gave him 12 years for just, kissing the girl or something. The one that was left in the room, left in the room for 5 minutes, man. They gave him 12 years. So, it's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world out here. But let me ask you a question. What you think about those, you've been following up on those, on that HR 40 reparation thing?
I've been hearing stuff about that, but I don't know how what kind of legs that's gonna get. It sounds good, but is it really gonna gain traction? If it gains traction, that'd be lovely. But I'm thinking this is just something else they're throwing up for someone to just kind of get people riled up about it. It sounds good if it will happen. I'm for it if it would happen.
Well,
but I look at it like this. This is another a thing that how can I say it? You know how they do pre-programming. You seen the Chappelle show, didn't you?
That's where I'm going with it. Yep.
Yes, they showed that in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
Pre-programming.
Right.
Yep. So it's kind of like they baiting you up or something, just like, you know, they baiting you up or something for you to be ready for it when they get ready to hit the dinner table.
Right.
And they want you to eat it all up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's going to be crazy because of the people who they got on the forefront.
Right.
First of all, I don't think that they have anybody with enough experience to know what they're talking about, you know, about reparations.
Right.
And I'm gonna say this, you know, I'm an advocate for Dr. Claude Anderson and Dr. BoyceWatkins. You know.
Okay.
I watch that channel a whole lot.
Right.
And I'm familiar with the Powernomics and, you know, those 5 books that Dr. Claude Anderson got out there.
All right.
And it seems to me that, you know, this man is the only man that can really go in there and tear that thing apart to me. I don't see any other person that can be a better candidate than him. Why they won't give him a call, I don't know, but I would put my last dollar on him.
Okay.
Because this man has been fighting for us for over 50-some years, man.
Yeah.
For reparations. And he know what he's talking about. And I just think people need to hear more of him and his analogy of what he got to say about what's going on. Because this man got these brilliant books out here, man. It's just
name some of them, because you know the people are listening. Name some of the books, because you know people always need to be put up on different knowledge.
He's got Powernomics, or a book called Powernomics, or Black Labor, White Wealth. He's got Very Little Secrets Part 1 and Part 2, and he's got a whole a library pack, man. It's for $99. You know, you go on Amazon and get it, or you just go straight to him, or Dr. BoyceWatkins and get it.
Right.
And I encourage people to read those books, man, to start finding out what's going on with themselves and learn themselves and not inventing and what the people did to us, and just start to figure out what's really going on.
Right.
Because we really falling down to, you know, really the bottom part of the scale, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to get real bad for us out here if we don't start coming together.
Right.
And I just think people need to get those books and start reading those books and start educating their kids and because they consider it like the Bible package. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would say they're the black man's Bible. You want to get out of the system, and you want to get out the system and get a life, man, and start your life. You got to get into those books and understand how to pull it together and start putting our money together and start making our own moves, creating our own movements, man. You know, that's what I'm about. You know. Because I already see the big picture. I already see what people doing out here, too. They killing us off, and they getting off scot-free. They just doing it any kind of way, you know.
Right.
And we ain't got nobody there. We ain't got no leadership. Our leadership is throwing us out.
Right.
So, you know, we got to come up with ways, man, to start, you know, putting together and start fighting, man, fighting this battle.
Mm-hmm.
We got a battle ahead of us. You know, but you know, they put those other things in the way of us to hide from us, to stop us from seeing what's really going on.
Right.
With all this buffoonery and, you know, all this it's just crazy, man.
Right.
You know?
It's just like how can I explain it? Like when you say this buffoonery, it's like it's just taking on. It's the same stuff, but it's just updated. It's like they keep updating it. You know, it ain't like it was in the 70s. It ain't like it was in the 80s. It ain't like it was in the 90s. But it's all the same. It's just a different twist on it.
Yeah. And I was born in '79, so I came up in the crack era and the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that. And I've seen the change, man. I see the difference that what it is now. You know, I've been to prison 2 or 3 times. I've been out here living that life, so I see what's been going on. And once I changed from living that life, I still see what's going on. It ain't getting no better, man.
Right.
You know, it's getting worse and worse, and they just want to they getting to the point now where they kill us all off.
That's true. But I also look at it like this: we gotta look at it as a double-edged sword, and not be so much dumbed down. And when I say dumbed down, we got technology where you can research everything. It's at the tip of your fingertips. Instead of looking at some goofy stuff, research something that, you know, that'll put some fat on your brain, something that'll further you within life, you know?
Yeah. And they'll tell you how many points LeBron scored last night or how many points somebody else scored on this team won. I don't get off into all that. I get off into what's really going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, so it gets you kind of like, they kind of get you excited. They get you prepped up for stuff. You know, like you said, that pre-programming, I'm totally against that.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it's been, you know. They projecting something out there for the world to get ready for, you know what I mean? Then they try to bring it to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
So, some of it's good, it's just, all of it ain't good, you know what I mean? Like the technology-wise, you know, a lot of technology we got now is beautiful, but it can be also used for bad reasons too, you know what I mean?
Right. To me, I'll draw a light to this one, and I don't know if anybody got these in their homes or whatever, but them Alexas and things like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No,
I don't like that. All that smart stuff and smart microwave and TVs with cameras on, refrigerator with cameras on. Nah, that's crazy, man.
Right.
That's crazy. And you got people that can actually go online and look into your home and see what you're doing from those devices.
Right.
They can hear what you're saying. I mean, it's been proven. They don't hide it, but people don't do the research behind it and see. They don't know.
Mm-hmm. They just take everything at face value. Well, they wouldn't do this. It's always a news report. Well, it was a breach and all these people's bank accounts got breached through this particular website or whatever like that. They don't see those little small stories. So you think about it like this. If they got a small story and they say, now sports, it's more stories like this. You just got to do the research. So, okay, you like these Alexas. You feel they're good. Research what done happened with the people that done had them, where they done listened to their whole conversation and done got, those other people involved in their situation, from whatever they may have said, during the time in their privacy of their own home. You know?
That's crazy. That's just like putting the pill inside your body. It's going to give a side effect too. You know what I'm saying?
But remember, like this, when we was coming up, it used to be like spy movies. Like, oh, we're putting a bug in a room so we can hear the conversation. That's what it is. That's what those echo dots and all that. You're actually putting a bug in there because you're getting sold on it. Like, oh, this will improve your life. You got to get this.
Yeah.
It's marketing schemes.
The amount of trickery and grand scheming that they do, man.
Right.
It's amazing. But they get people to slowly but surely, let their guards down, and then they eventually give their rights up, and they don't understand that. They trying to take everybody's rights from them, and, they want to be able to control, mind control, and, do this, and do all that, So,
It goes deep. Larry said, what did he say? He said, did you guys watch Central Park 5? I mean, I heard about it. I heard about it way before that Netflix.
I kind of remember that a little bit,
yeah.
I think those people that prosecute them and finish them, I think that something needs to be done to them as well.
Right.
I mean, because you can sit on there and convict 5 people like this, man, 5 black men, come on, man. And you don't even want to apologize. Come on, man.
Like I said, it's all a big game. Like you said, it's all a big game. Think about it like this, with people that weigh with, well, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. Well, think about it like this, and I done said this before. If you're innocent of something, but you're someone accuses you of doing something, if the prosecutor is a Democrat or if the prosecutor is a Republican, what side is he on? Is he on your side? He's not on your side. He's on trying to convict you to the stake, to put you into the belly of the beast, even if you're innocent. It doesn't matter if he's Republican or if he's Democrat.
They two wings of the same bird.
Right.
That's what it is. 2 wings of the same bird. So you can't switch from one side and say, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that and expect this and do that on that side, because that's the same bird in the middle.
Right. Just think about like the public defenders. They work out of the same office as the prosecutor. So, I mean, that's why they be, it'd be good to take this deal. They'd be going to have lunch right afterwards. Like, yeah, I'm glad you got him to take this. I didn't want to go to court with this one.
Through my experience, I have literally seen that with my own eyes, man. I have literally had my attorney make a agreement, make a deal with the DA and the prosecutors in the courtroom. You know, I had to pay the prosecutor and the DA $500 in the courtroom, man. Just for them to let me out probation and come to an agreement. And you know what they did? They went out and probably ate lunch together and played golf, and you know what I mean?
Right.
About to they split the money up. It happens all the time, man. People just don't know. You hire that attorney, man, and that attorney pretty much know that judge. You go to that judge, and you know they'll work something out.
Right.
You might get a pat on the back, or you know, you might get a fair shake. But, you know. But
then you also got to look at it like this, depending on if it's election year, too. A lot of people don't think about that either.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Especially if the media has been, you know, you think about it, like, say a certain community is doing certain improvements or whatever, and they pumping a lot of, well, you know, we're trying to get hard on crime. Well, you're trying to get hard on them because you want certain people to move into these certain areas that you're gentrifying. So anybody that goes before the court during that time, they might be getting crucified more than anybody else that would go at any other time other than that.
That's crazy. And it's even double crazy because they create the crime.
Yes, they do.
They create the crime, and then, you know, once you break the law, then you become a part of the crime. Then it's a cat and mouse game.
Right.
You put the drugs out here on the street. I come out here and sell them and get rid of them. I get caught, then, hey, you know what I mean? But it's yours the whole while.
Right.
They guns, they drugs, you know what I mean?
I think about it like this, and a lot of people, this is the easiest way you can think about it. Like, you know, it could be a stop sign at a four-way crossing, and you got to stop there. If you don't stop, you're breaking the law. But they could come along and redevelop the area and pull up that stop sign. You can go through it without worry about anything. But a couple of years ago, that would have been a crime. But now it's all good because these developers came through and changed it up. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they upgraded all of a sudden. It's supposed to be different.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But, you know, people just need, like I said, wake up and just, you know, start seeking their truth and start letting the people know what's going on out here in the real world, because we know a lot of that stuff they give us ain't real.
Right.
It's just fake dietary supplements. It ain't nothing. So, you know.
Well, I look at it like this. I mean, much as I like to, you know, help and aid people, it's going to be people that's not going to hear what you're saying. It's going to go in one ear out the other. And, you know, there ain't too much you can say for them. Hopefully, like you said, they'll find their own truth. They'll find their own, you know, what's real down the road. Maybe not now. Maybe not me, you know, professing it or you professing it and saying it, but they will find it.
Yeah. It's crazy, man, because it's hard to try to wake that sleeping giant up, that sleeping person up.
It sure is.
Hard, man. They've been conditioned so long, man, and, you know, it's just some people don't want to be woke up. They've been so trained on one way, they don't want to wake up. They don't want to know nothing else. They're scared to find out something else, to find the truth out.
Right.
I had to really, you know what I'm saying, forget about everything I was ever taught. Even coming up through school to start understanding who I really was in life, man. That was crazy, because I realized I had been lied to 20, 30 years of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's hard to try to empty all that trash out of your mind and then put the truth in your mind. You know what I mean? That's a hard task to do, man. But I encourage people to do that because, you know, we all been lied to, man.
Right.
We all been lied to. And the joke on us.
Right.
You know, so we just got to stop being the joke.
Yeah, the easiest thing, like you can do, put some research into and research, like, I mean, not just one perspective. Like, don't just listen to me. Like you said, do you listen to other people? I listen to all kind of people. I don't just listen to one perspective.
Yeah.
I don't want to just hear someone that's just on my side and saying, well, Rick, what'd you think about this, though? Well, you know, I want an opposite perspective.
That's right. I want to be able to disagree, because that's when we're going to really find each other out, when we disagree.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, it's healthy to disagree sometimes.
Right.
You know, because that gives, I don't want to be, like you said, 100% on your side all the time or agree with you. If you saying something I don't agree with, I'm going to say, hey, man, look, I don't agree with that, but I respect your truth, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we can learn to get along and keep moving together, you know what I'm saying, as one. Because it's all right to disagree.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But once you find that truth out, it's also good for you to come back and say, hey, look, man, you know, hey, what you told me, you know, might have been a few years ago, but I remember that, man, and you was right. You know what I mean? I ain't looking for you to give me my props and nothing, but at the same time, at least acknowledge that, you know, hey, I might have been wrong about the situation or whatever, and I'm now able to see where I was wrong and let the man know that, hey, man, I was wrong and you was right.
Right.
You know? And sometimes that's all it's about, just communication, you know? But we got to learn how to start doing that more often and start sticking together, man, for each other and start, you know, learning that we can, you know, get along with and be able to disagree at the same time. Right. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You got some people that don't want to be wrong and you can't tell them that they, you know what I mean? So.
Right. How I look at it, when it's too much of one perspective, it's some kind of agenda. If it's all hate, then that to me, that's showing that, you know, they just, no matter what you say, they just ain't liking you. But if it's all positive, you got to wonder what's their hidden agenda behind that, because nobody just operates like that. Like everything that comes out your mouth, they're just agreeing. No, it's some hidden agenda behind that.
It's something about it, and you'll pick up on that real fast, because it'll be like a slow thumb. It'll be sticking out. You'll be able to notice, like, hold up, man, this person is just too damn nice all of a sudden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just manning too much a little bit of something, you know.
Right.
So, you know, have a disagreement about something, shit.
Right. But see, that's where the spider senses kick in. Like, wait a minute, you know, this makes me go back to whatever situation, and this done popped up. That's what you know, past things that you done transpired in your life. That's the antennas pop up. Like, man, I done went through something like this. This is feeling kind of similar. Let me kind of be more investigative of where they really coming from. You know.
Yeah. That's that inner instinct, that gut feeling that we talk about.
Right.
You know, we get that, and people, man, you know, I'm going to say myself, because I don't know how everybody else might feel. I can feel when certain people come around me, I can feel that vibe, whether it's a good vibe or a bad vibe.
Right.
I can just feel it, you know what I'm saying? If you come in with some kind of blue vibe, I know. I can pretty much tell. I ain't correct all the time, but I know it's something in the air. It's something somewhere, because, you know, the type of person that I am, how I live my life. When I see you coming, I know you're coming with bad energy or either good energy. Right. So I know, you know, and this bad, I can pick up on it real fast. So, and people don't like that. You know, people don't like when you can, you know, not it ain't so much as figuring nobody out or nothing like that. It's just that when you can pick up on they nonsense and they stupidness, and you know what I'm saying? You can pick up on it, and you don't want to tolerate that. They don't like that.
Yeah, well, think about it. That's why I named my channel Too Cool to Con, because it's like I know what the drag is. You trying to run it on me, and I'm not going for it.
That's right. So running on somebody else, it ain't going down right here. You
right.
know what I mean?
Now, Larry said, what do y'all think about the American visitors going on vacation and getting killed down in the Dominican Republic?
Man, that is crazy. I got a sister that loves to travel, man, and she was talking about going there a few weeks ago. I told her, that might not be a good idea because of what I've been seeing, what's been going on. Right. I don't know. That's crazy, man.
How I look at it, I mean, I don't want to throw nobody that, you know, that ain't on this BS, you know, that's going on or been going on. But I want to say Haiti's right across from the Dominican Republic, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And remember, in the slave time, Haiti revolted. But I don't think Dominican Republic, they didn't do that. So you're dealing with types that are under this brainwashing, thinking that, you know, they're not the, well, so what, the slave ships landed here. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We're more Hispanic than anything. No, you got African blood coursing through your veins too. Y'all done bought into this craziness.
All of them do.
Hey, man.
They hate to admit that, but all of them got that black blood in them.
Right.
They hate to admit it, but it's true. Because, you know, we are the original, so I mean, hey, they are duplicates, so hey.
But see, the thing is, it's like a thing Paul Mooney said what he say on the Chappelle show, everybody wants to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga, you know?
Yeah.
They like the perks of all that, but when it comes to getting your issue or dealing with this unsavory behavior from all these other melaninless people, that's when it's a dreaded thing. Oh, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah. Now check this out. This is what I've been thinking about. They've been singing about reparations. They're gonna look into it and all this and all that. Fine and dandy, it's cool with me, But at the same time, if blacks were to get reparations, you know how many people that start proclaiming they black now? Everybody gonna be black now. You know what I mean? Everybody wanna. You got the gays wanna be. Everybody wanna be. You know what I mean? No disrespect to them or nothing like that. But you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody want to attach themselves to the positive of it. When it comes to the negative part about it, they don't want to be a part of it.
That's true.
So you gotta be careful who's jumping on that bandwagon when they go talking about issues like that, because everybody wants to be that role and want to be the one to say, "Hey, well, I did this, or I passed the law to do that, and do this." And then, at the end of the day, who really wins the game?
Right.
So
a couple things that made me think, different in my life when it came to, the betterment of black people. You hear other, like I said, the melaninless, speak on, betterment. But what made me think they're not serious, when Gaddafi back in '95 was going to get that money from, or when Minister Farrakhan was about to get that money from Gaddafi to start a black state, when they denied, when Bill Clinton denied that, I'm like, that told me you don't want nobody to be better. You want people to still be under your rule, because if black people actually were able to get a one up and start uplifting themselves, then they wouldn't have to be dependent on your programs and things like that. They don't want that.
There wouldn't be no need of it.
Right.
Once we started realizing that we are the water bearers, we are the water carriers. We carry the water for everybody else, but won't carry it for ourselves.
Right.
I'm quoting that from Dr. Carl Anderson, out of one of his books, out of one of his statements. As the black people in the community as a whole, they love to run and carry water for everybody else and go to everybody else's war and fight for everybody else. And when they come down to fight for themselves, they just won't do it. What's up with that, man? I love my people, you know what I'm saying? I love us. I know we can strong we created everything on this earth, man.
Right.
We created all this stuff, man. We are the master builders and we are the architects of the world. So I mean, when are we gonna start realizing, start taking control, and start coming into our own power, our own real power, not being control power, like what they got to give us and what they want to give us their little doggy biscuits and treats. I don't want that.
Right. See, and that's what a lot of these youngsters they don't understand. Like, oh, this artist, he's living like this. Well, that artist also signed a contract. Well, if he doesn't do certain things, he won't be able to be in power like you think he's in power.
That's not even his money. That's all promotion. It's all promotion. And it's just, how many people they got to rapping now, man, and trying to sing and do. If everybody was a millionaire, there wouldn't be no more money to hand out.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. But they put their image out there, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They know their image is everything to some people.
True.
You know what I mean? So with that, they try to capture the youth. If they can get the youth caught in that type of stuff, then they can pretty much control the next couple of generations by controlling the youth. So. And the target ain't on us no more, because we the old cats now. We laid back and we know what's going on. The target is on the younger individuals. You know what I mean?
Right. And you think about it, every so many decades they reset this, because we're gonna get old to a certain point. It was at the point we were teens and we were marketed towards at whatever current time, whatever artists were at that time. But then after you start getting older, and you start kind of understanding, if you ain't got involved with the belly of the beast forever and been erased, then it's like, man, this ain't what's up. You done seen your partners done got killed over frivolous. I think back, I remember having people that I went to school with, and they're laying in a coffin right now for getting killed for having some triple gold Dayton's, 14-inch. Yeah. Now you think about those wheels now, that ain't nothing.
You remember those days? I remember those days, man. Yeah. Those jabs and those rims got more people killed than anything.
Right.
Especially those rims, man. And made me back in the day. I didn't even own a pair. I bought one pair of rims in my life, and when I bought them, Somebody stole them from me. It was brand new in the box. I never even bought them after that. But I wasn't never a big fan of the rim game. I had a homeboy that got killed behind his car, so I didn't like that kind of stuff, man. You know, so and like you said, man, if you look at it right now, it ain't worth a dime. It ain't worth nothing.
Right.
You can get the same rim now for about $200.
Exactly. That's crazy. But it's funny, but it ain't funny because, somebody lost their life about that issue. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. It's like they market so much stuff to us and then, create this jealousy on top of it. Well, I don't got it. Well, he shouldn't have it and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's almost kind of like you said, that double standard. They legalizing marijuana for it now. Most in certain states, not all, but some. It pretty much it'll be everywhere. It'll be nationwide soon. It'll probably be all over the world in the next 3 or 4 years anyway. They won't be able to stop that. But look at the people that locked up behind it and the people that still going to jail behind it. Right. You know what I mean? You can still go to jail behind it. Even though you can go in the store and buy it, you can still go to jail.
But the unhid one that I always speak on, that they don't tell people that want to get, I could get them cars. Well, if you get one of them cars and you start, smoking the government's marijuana, you got to relinquish your rights to bear a firearm. Why would you want to do that?
And not only that, it's synthetic marijuana. It's not even real.
Right.
Not even real. They taking this natural to you and made it to a synthetic thing. You know what I mean? Now they want to be able to market it to you, but it's not real.
Right.
It's just like that spice they had out here a couple of years back. That spice that we call it Mojo down here. It was popping. That old spice they was knocking everybody. It's the same thing as that to me. It's all experimental. It's being grown in laboratories and labs now. It ain't like you can go out there and grow your own, plant your own seed and grow your own tree. You know what I mean? Right. And they've done that with not only the marijuana but all the fruits and vegetables. Right. They all sweeteners now. So,
yeah, because I always hear people like, man, I want to get a watermelon that has seeds in it. All you see is seedless watermelons now. Even I remember back in the day, cucumbers used to have seeds. Now you get a cucumber, ain't even no seeds really in it. You couldn't really even bite a cucumber back in the day because it has so many seeds in it.
Yeah. Do you know why they removed those seeds out of those vegetables and plants and stuff?
What's your take on it?
The seeds give the information to your brain and to your body.
Okay.
The seed keeps the information. Once you plant that seed, that's like the brain. You know what I'm saying? That's the main. That's like that sperm that's going inside. You know what I mean? Right. That's life. The seed what gives life. So if I take that seed and pull it from that fruit or from that veggie, yes, I'm putting the life force from it. It's not no longer real. It's GMO.
Yeah, it's basically synthetic.
It is, man. It's sad, but it is. And the people just buy into it. They don't pay no attention. They listen to the gripes and I don't want stuff with seeds in it. I remember when we used to love the seeds to have stick. We stick the seeds at each other and, have little fights with the seeds and stuff.
Right.
You spit them in the yard and the next thing you know, man, you got a fucking backyard full of watermelon patches. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But not no more.
Man.
Well, I think I got my own garden now, so I'm trying to grow my own, I just started it this year, so I encourage others to get a piece of land, man, and try to produce your own food on it and feed your own body because that's where they're getting us at too, with that information, man.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, what are you growing in your garden? What you got growing?
I got some tomatoes growing. I got a few cabbages, some collard greens, and some mustard, and I got some hot peppers. I also got pineapples.
Okay.
Yep. It's a small garden right now, but I got, I'm just starting. So.
Right, you got to start off somewhere. Yeah. See, that's the thing. A lot of people think I gotta have it already graduated right now. It takes time to do something right. If you get it overnight, you ain't gonna respect it.
That's right. If people think about it, man, you won't even need money if you can just feed your own self. You know what I mean? You can feed the club. You really don't need money because whatever the Creator got for you, man, is already yours anyway. He already did it. The world is already natural. You know what I mean? It don't cost us nothing to breathe, but they want to sell us out.
Yeah, because they got to put a middleman in there that doesn't do any of this, so they can make a profit off it. Well, I don't do none of this, but I'm gonna step in as the middleman. No, try to eliminate the middleman as much as you possibly can.
Exactly. Exactly. It's kind of like, you know, you remember like before Obama got in the office, I'm gonna say, where they had a lot of these old school cars still riding around, you know, those G-body cutlasses and Regals and old Cadillacs and stuff. But before he passed that Chrysler Clunker deal,
Yeah.
man, you know how much money he took off the street when he did that, man.
Yeah, because that stopped people from being able to think about it like this. Like a lot of those cars, they didn't have no tracking devices and things like that in them. They had to get rid of that kind of stuff to bring on what they're bringing on right now. I remember when that went on, the cash for clunkers, when the junkyards got them cars, they couldn't part them out. They had to crush them instantly. No parts. I mean, the car could be in good shape. It's getting crushed.
And now look at the value of those cars when you want to find the old school.
Right.
It's just like those bicycles. Remember the bicycles that you could find all in the bushes and you can't find a bicycle in the bushes no more.
Right.
They gone. They're gone, man.
But now what they done replace? Damn near every city they got those bikes you can ride. Rent this bike for so many cents a minute or whatever. Why would I want something like that tracking me everywhere where I go? But people don't think about that.
Yep.
You know, they got a hold on your money from however long you wrote it. They don't track where you wrote it to and for how long and what period of time. No.
It's the little things that we don't think about that they steal from us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Those little things. And like right now, I got a couple of old school cars, but I can fix on them myself. But these new cars, you can't fix on them.
You can't.
You see what I'm saying?
If you don't got the computer program to get into them systems to override certain things, you just out of luck. It's like you got to go to their middleman.
You got to. And guess what? Those machines that they run off of cost them $20,000 and $30,000.
Right.
$20,000. So you just can't go buy one.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy. So they're going to automatically get you. They're going to charge you, just say $100 in it when you put it on the machine and give it a diagnostic. You still spend $100.
Mm-hmm.
Just for them to tell you what's wrong with your car.
Right. That just makes me think back when I have to say I did buy a newer Cadillac at one point, but then I sold it because it wasn't for me. When them DTS first came out, the first body style, I had that. It had on Vogues and it had it fully dressed. But I'm riding it one day and I'm not pushing no buttons. I'm just riding it, and the OnStar comes on like, "How can I help you?" I'm like, how can I help you? I ain't called for you. I mean, come on. I don't want Big Brother in my joint like that. It's bad enough we already got cell phones that's in our possession, but something like that, no.
Yep. It's crazy, man. See, that's the control they want to have over us.
Right.
As a people, you know, the bigger masses, they can't see it.
No, they can't.
They so intrigued by the technology. The cell phones look so pretty, and the memes that I can put out emojis and talk to people, and everything is like amazing. But at the same time, you get to everything that you work for.
Right.
Just think about when they say, "Okay, we want to unplug the system. We don't care about what nobody say or think. We're going to unplug the system." What you think going to happen to half of the world? Black old cell phones and TVs, and we just in the early stage of this.
Right.
Just think about a blackout. You know what I mean? They decide we're going to just unplug the world from everything. They can do it. They can do it at a push of a button.
So in another way, where they talking about zombies and all that stuff, essentially, without people that aren't used to gaining knowledge from books, okay, I can't go to Google. I gotta, pick up an encyclopedia or an almanac or something like that. People that ain't versed with that, they're gonna be stuck ain't knowing what to do. I done seen people catch flats on their cars and not know what to do. I'm like, they got the jacking instructions on there. In the trunk. I
ain't used to read.
Right.
Everything is going back to a symbolic way. Everybody just looking at the signs and symbols. They don't look at words. They in the microwave world. They don't want to look at. They don't want to read nothing. They don't want to learn how to do that. They want everything to be in the push of the button. Right. And when all that stuff starts coming to a failure, then you're gonna be looking stupid. You know. I'm glad I came from the era that I came up in because I'm able to see the difference. You know what I mean? I mean, even like the people that came before me, 20, 30 years before me, they seen the big difference too, but they looking like, wow, y'all are so far away from the Creator now. Y'all are so disconnected from the way of life, and with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people were so in tune to the earth, man. We all grounded to the earth, man. People were, just look at social media. Nobody want to go talk to nobody. They don't want to go to your house. They rather hit you on the cell phone, through a text message, through some kind of app or Instagram or something.
Right.
You can't get nobody to sit down and have dinner with you no more because everybody got their head down on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
They driving crazy on the phone. You can't talk to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just crazy. It's crazy, man.
That's what I see. Because when it comes to people saying, "Oh, do I listen to other people or other things?" I look at they got so many gurus on how to meet females now, and what it is the art of actually meeting someone in person has died because they put so much stuff in the media and on these social platforms. Because I'm not championing social media to be the greatest, but they also a double-edged sword on killing stuff like, oh, this person did this. This is why I don't mess with this type of person. And they get a whole bunch of people, following what they're saying when that's just one, person out of however many masses of people that ain't right,
Right. That's right. And sometimes they still being controlled by the media. Sometimes they get, edited in and edited out, It's amazing what people can do with a conversation nowadays. They can take it and chop it up and make it say what but, it's like me and you talking right now and somebody recording or whatever. They can edit out certain things and add in certain things to make it seem like me and you just talking about them and it ain't even got nothing to do with them.
Right.
It's crazy. The algorithm they got, man, is so tricky. It's a thin line between it. It's crazy, man.
And that's why you done hit the nail on the head right there. The algorithm. It's an algorithm. Matter of fact, AI, artificial intelligence, that's over all of these. Because this video that we're speaking on, I bet you it won't get a lot of views. Even though it's getting a lot of views, probably, but they'll make it seem like it's not like it. That's not something you want to listen to. They talking about something to wake you up from essentially getting out the matrix. We want you to stay in the matrix.
You know what they want us to think though? Oh, it's the numbers. It's the number game. You ain't got the numbers. Well, who controls the numbers?
Right.
Who's putting those numbers up there saying I got this many views and saying I don't have this many views?
Right.
So it's got to be some kind of it's somebody behind that panel controlling.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it. I look at the world just like the Wizard of Oz, man. The man behind the curtain.
Right.
The man behind the curtain pulling all the strings. You got the scarecrow thinking he's scared, and the lion thinking he's scared, and the tin man ain't got no heart, but they being controlled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They all controlled. And once they find out, you know what I mean, the curtain comes down. Just imagine this, and you just look at that in itself though. The dog pulled the curtain down.
Right.
The man behind the curtain. That speaks a whole lot within itself.
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, those numbers are being controlled, man. Everything on the platform pretty much being controlled. These people know what's going on out here.
Right.
And they, like you said, they let stuff fly, but they want to let fly.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they ain't able to catch it, but sometimes they do catch it. And so it's just like, some people might get away for a long time and they come back and say, aha, we got you. You said something 10 years ago. We got you now.
Right.
So
see, that's another reason why people need to watch what they say and do on these social media platforms, making videos showing money and all this kind of stuff. Showing females being in line in certain type of ways.
They going after everything at every aspect. I mean, it's even hard out here for a brother to even try to holler at a female, man, because if you do, you scared of the Me Too movement.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? I can't even say nothing to a female because, hey, look, I might be a part of the Me Too movement. I ain't trying to be a part of it. So you don't even know how to approach a woman and what to say to her nowadays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got us, on the edge with that kind of stuff, man.
True.
So we gotta be careful with these buying into and start following these movements and stuff too, man. Also, because we can easily catch ourselves up in that kind of stuff too, So everybody can be a Me Too at any time. You know what I mean?
Right. They showing you. Just like think about it like this. When Pac, after he passed and he came out with Machiavelli in '97, that cover was basically a message to all other artists. Like, see, this is what you don't want to be. If you're like this person, you're crucified, just like him.
Tupac came into a realization, man. You know, like I understand that he was a duo personality and duo. That he did things in duo, but the message. Sometimes you got to get the message of what he's trying to say.
Right.
And I think that I don't think that nobody else could have gave a message as clear as him, as far as through music wise.
Right. And you got to think about it like this. He was took out at 25. Yeah. I mean, at 20, think about if you live longer the past 25, when you were 25, you didn't have all the answers. I mean, you was probably speaking the most truths from your heart, but you didn't have all the answers, especially dealing with certain entities that you ain't really familiar with.
Exactly. But he knew one thing. He knew he was on to something.
Right.
And I think what he wanted to do was, just my personal thought, I think that he wanted to expose and let the world see how the industry really was. You know what I mean? I'm going to use my rapping talent just to let the world, the people know, what's going on through my music. Because if I can get these people to follow me through my music, they can see the message. Right. I'm trying to say to them. You know what I mean? So, I think that he had a mission that he was on. He wasn't just about I don't think that he would have just probably rapped all his life. He probably would have transitioned from that, like we saw him getting movies and stuff like that. But even more, like he said, he was gonna be on the other side of that table when it comes down to presidency. Yeah,
that's what he wanted to do. And see, they don't speak on that a lot. They just say, "Oh, he was, he died broke too." No, he was owed millions too. But why? They knew they owed him money. They know if he had really got control of the money that he was supposed to have with the mindset that he had, he'd be unstoppable.
It was too much power. And then, you know what I'm saying, he got people in other countries that's ready to ride with him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they don't want. They don't want these countries coming together with us. Because we got people everywhere across the world. We need to connect. And we can overpower this government, man.
Right.
I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? If we come together over, you know what I'm saying, through all the parts of the world, make it black everywhere. They won't be able to stop us, man. We can overthrow these people anytime.
But think about it. When you went, I done got particular on words, and when people say things, you said it. Govern your mental. Right. You don't want nobody governing your mental. That's why you seek alternative information.
That's right. That's right. And I'd rather die in my truth. You know what I mean, than die in a lie. Knowing I lived a lie. I'd rather die in my truth.
Right. That's like when they show these videos when certain enforcements is abusing someone's child and the parents right there and the parent ain't doing nothing. I mean, I guess that would be the day I would have to die then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. They just got us in a jam because we can't even discipline our kids no more. If we do that, we're going to jail.
Right.
So the kids are able to grow up and cuss us out and basically tell us we ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
Right, but see, this is what it is. You're coming in between us putting them into the prisoner pipeline where we can profit off them. You trying to straighten them out. We don't want that.
Nope. We don't want that. They're gonna lock mommy and daddy up. They bad. We just got to start looking at these issues, man, and start realizing that, like I said, it's a game, man. And they winning at it.
That's true too. And another thing, like I said, it's a lot of, like I said, agents. There's a lot of people that belong to certain type of, societies and things like that. So you think they're really on your side, but in a lot of cases they may not be on your side. So you gotta pay attention to that too.
There's always that one or two against you, man. Always. And it's normally the one that looks like you, same color and everything.
Right.
Always. But it's just crazy, man. The things that we go through in the life that we see. But I tell you, I enjoy the station, man. I watch y'all guys all the time. You and the other guy, his name Reek.
Well, I'm Reek right now. You talking about family?
Old
school. Yeah, old school.
Be watching y'all all the time, man. Listen to y'all all the time. Y'all have some real good topics going on.
Well, I mean, look, you done added to the conversation. Me me allowing your call to come through and everything like that. I see that's what I want. I want actual conversation. I want this person is only at this level and we only can talk to him and he got only the truth. No. I want to hear from common people. Maybe maybe it could have been I could have took someone that probably wasn't too versed on anything, but you can learn from something from that too. Like, okay, he's coming from this aspect. I mean, these are the things we talking about. You need to watch out for.
Yeah, watch out for the snakes in the grass. They say.
Right. And for the people that like this particular live stream, hey, I appreciate you. If you haven't liked it, like it. When you like the video, that means it's supposed to get a better placement. But like you said, they control this whole platform, so I could have 33,000 likes, and they still gonna put it wherever they want to put it at.
Yeah, and then you can get up tomorrow and be at 50,000 and probably have 3 likes a day.
Right.
So, it's crazy. It's crazy. But we just got to understand that sometimes we got to take out control of that.
Right.
And stop letting everybody else control us. We are the ones, man. We are the ones. We hold the power in our hands.
That made me think back to that old song that Michael Jackson came with when they was talking about the aid to Africa. We are the world. That's for real. We are the world. We're the ones who make this joint.
That's right. We're the ones that do it, man. And his music, if you listen, like the man in the mirror, man, he's telling you, what I'm saying? The man in the mirror sometimes can be, the problem can be you sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes you got to take personal inventory of yourself and step back and look and say, wait a minute, what am I doing here in life? Where am I screwing up there? What's going on with me? Sometimes we got to take that stop. We got to stop sometimes. And sometimes it's hard to do. Right. But I try to make a person. I try to take a personal inventory of myself at least, once a month. So every so often, Right. I try to check myself, because I understand. I'm not perfect either. So I make mistakes. So I'd rather me check myself than somebody else check me.
That's true.
It's good too. If somebody else check me and say, "Hey, man, brother, pull yourself up, man. I'm just giving you a pull up." I appreciate that. Right. I ain't gonna say, "Oh, he don't know what he's talking, man." I ain't gonna get out like that,
Right.
Somebody pull me up on something. Hey, man, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out, bro.
Right. It's only rare cases, like you said, where you may rebuff that. But like say that, like you see someone breaking in your car. You ain't gonna be cool with that. I don't care how I'm much sorry as I'm gonna hear. No, you getting your issue for you don't bust my window, done pulled out my stereo and all that. No,
well, you in violation then.
Right.
That's a different no.
Right.
But
you have them people walking up on the scene. Well, why are you so upset and irate? No, this is the reason why.
And even then, I might still give you a damn warning shot. So I go ahead and I might.
Right.
I might give you a warning shot, give you a chance to get on down the road, but only one in the few would do that because like I say, somebody else will bust you on up.
Right.
It just depends on how the moment is. Like if I catch you bent over in my car and you're one of my kin people or something, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put the pistol on you. Hook you up pretty good, I don't want to kill you, but I might hit that leg.
Right. I think another one, social media, it shows some things and, we get caught up watching some of these videos, but I think one I watched where it was 2 little brothers and they got to fighting and they got all the cameras out videoing this brother just walking down the street just stumbled upon him. Like, hey man, y'all need to cut this out. You got these supposedly little friends watching and they taunting y'all and everything just so they could get some views on social media. No, y'all need to end this type of madness.
That was crazy. Just like that one that got killed, man. Out there, did you see that one a couple of years ago, maybe? Well, anyway, the dude was out there in the beach or on the ocean, he was swimming or something. He got people out there and he started drowning. And instead of them people going to get help, they videoed the man drowning. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Right.
They really talking about it at the same time and laughing at it while he drowning.
Oh no, that shit got charged too, because that ain't right. If you ain't aiding the situation, no, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that was a true move or fake news, because you got so much fake news out there now.
That's true too.
That was crazy. I don't want to know, because I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it was real or not, but it seemed real to me.
Huh.
So. Yeah, it's a thin line between that fake news and real news now too, though. So you gotta watch that.
Yeah, it's like let me watch the other shoe drop before I really start saying something about it. Because you get to speaking on it, and then well, it turns out that was fake. I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. You get people's energy all moving towards something that ain't even real. So that almost like it desensitizes you when certain things happen. Like, nah, whatever. You know that's probably not real or whatever.
And then when the real issue comes at hand, you don't know how to take it.
Right.
Which sort of what they kind of do now anyway is they kind of mix your emotions up. They get you ready for these type of movies that are, 12 Years a Slave and then the Black Panther. They get you pumped up, get your energy going, and once you start putting that energy into that, you know what I mean, then they on the other side of the table doing something else. So we got to be careful of that.
Right.
And put attention on one thing. Like, it's all good to go see a movie, this and that. I mean, it's just a movie. Come on. You know what I mean?
But another thing I think people need to watch out for, a lot of these people enjoy celebrities and these artists and things like this. But peep this, you'll always hear like maybe an artist or movie star, it's some drama. And it's a minor drama, but they pump it up. Then next year, they got a movie coming out or album coming out right after it. They do that to get the interest in whatever product they putting out.
Exactly.
I'm like, man.
Exactly. They make sacrifices and do all kinds of stuff to get your energy. They just like vampires. They suck the energy in your blood from you.
Right.
They leech on to you. They can't without them and without us it wouldn't be no them.
Right.
Cause we pay them the millions of dollars to do what they do on these TV screens. If there wasn't nobody watching them supporting, they wouldn't have no money.
You're right.
And it kind of pissed me off because you only have a few that kind of reach back. That truly kind of reach back. Right. But for the majority of them, it's like they ain't in control. You better not do nothing for the neighborhood. You better not do nothing for your community. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can look out for mama and immediate family, but you can't look out for nobody else. You can't. You know what I mean?
Right.
They control you. They control you so much that
It's like, you're the one crab that we picked out of the barrel. Skip everybody else trying to escape out of the barrel. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and that leaves them in their state where, I got all this money and I can't even really help the ones who I really want to help. And after so long, it's like, hell, I'm doing so good. Who cares? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they slowly but surely collected them. They bought them and paid for them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And we all know one thing: they can take that money in a blink of an eye. Right. See, a lot of them scared of that too, because they don't want to speak out because they know that they got money. They feed their family.
But see, this is how they usually bait them in. See, them executives and record label owners of we want you to embellish. So embellish is essentially lying. Lie about this to gain people looking at you. So then when you fall out of favor, then they expose you like, well, see, he was lying about this. Yeah.
And they set you up in the start.
Right.
It's their money anyway. Just like the Bible says, give Caesar back with Caesar. That's Caesar money. That's why they're able to take that money and do what they want to do with it and give it to who they want to give it to. Because it's really, first of all, a illusion. Right. Money is nothing but an illusion. They come and they go. All the riches you have within yourself.
Right. So, now Larry just chimed in. He said, I think paying and owing taxes is BS. Well, I think everybody that has to do that thinks that. But what can you actually do about that?
Yeah, man. Uncle Sam, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam been dead how many years? And we still paying Sam. Right. So that's crazy in itself. You know what I mean? But you just go to show the system, man. We in that matrix. You got to learn how to get out that matrix. Mm-hmm. A lot of us still in it. It's hard to get out. But once you able to get out, you're able to look back and see, and you're able to pull other people out.
But like you added just today, starting a garden. You can do that and get some land, where you can, set aside something like that. Buy some property that got a nice significant amount of land where you can do something like that. That'll offset your costs, Whatever way you can offset your costs. If you got a house, throw some solar panels up on it. Instead of buying, whatever expensive thing you usually buy, hey, let me invest in these solar panels and have them pay me,
That's right. That's the next lick, man. You got to always be thinking ahead, man. You know, and it's good when I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people think that about us being down here in the South that ain't a whole lot going on, but this and a little bit of that. But it's plenty of land down here, and you can grow your own food and live down here.
Right.
You down here down here on the Gulf. You know what I mean? You got a couple of islands and stuff. It's good down here for real.
Huh.
I don't bad. I'm enjoying it because it ain't nothing but land. No big buildings like, what I mean? She's going to the downtown area or going somewhere out of, another district or something. Other than that, it's land out here. You can come out here and do whatever you need to do, man. You can live, you know what I mean? You got bad places and bad areas and everything, but at the same time, you got benefits down here, man.
Right.
I love where I'm at in the South, man. I love land. My people got a lot of land, and I was raised on that old way of thinking. You know how to don't always keep that land. Through generations, as long as you're able to keep that land, keep that land. That land is your money. Ain't nothing else your money but that land.
Right.
That car ain't no money. You know what I mean? That house ain't no money. It's that land.
Right. Yeah, because you can put a big pool barn, and you can rent out spaces to people that don't got a place to put their car somewhere in the city or something like that. That's income coming in right there,
It's land, man. There's just so much that people down here don't appreciate and don't think about it. They take for granted because it's here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you said, once they start coming through and start cleaning the area, regentrifying the area, it ain't gonna be that way no more.
Right.
So I encourage the people now, you know what I'm saying, before the movement even get, too far developed down here, to just come on and start getting some of this land in down here, man.
Huh.
And start putting your own businesses and, stuff up and feed yourself.
Right.
I mean, it's hot down here now, but, other than that, it's pretty much hot year round, but, we don't really have no winter for real.
Yeah, well, that's how I look. I mean, you don't put the people that's probably in adjoining areas. They may not be in your state, but they may be in adjoining areas. Like, hey, well, maybe I need to check into that. If I bought some land, what do I need to do to maintain the land, or do I have to put something on it? Because usually in the city, is buying land in the city versus buying it out towards in the country is totally different. It's like usually you got to put a house up if you're in the city buying land. That's totally different.
In the county, you to be the country, likewise, you can pretty much do whatever. See, like in the city where I'm in, they just annexed it on to a part of the city a few years ago back. But at the same time, we could pull trailers down here. Now we can't even pull trailers down here now. They want you to be a house down here, or get a trailer that's kind of made like a house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't even move certain stuff down in certain areas, but once you get out to the country part, you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You got to be part of the system. Man, I tell you, you can make an investment in RVs, man, and you got people from all over the world that just need somewhere to stay that is paying, $500, $600, $700 a month just to live in the RV, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to live in they just want to park their RV and just sit there and set up for a little while, you know what I mean? And then you pay it's money in the land, man. You make your own money off the land.
Yeah, essentially, you may probably just have maybe a hookup for like water, or maybe something for some kind of sewage or something like that. If you're gonna have like that going in that certain part of the land that you're trying to develop that for.
Exactly, it's gotta be within that zone and rule, yeah. But it's a good thing to do, man. Like I say, man, the money is in the land. My people in the city, in some of the bigger states, they don't really get it. They don't really understand. You know what I mean? Because they surrounded in a different environment.
Now, tell me this, because there's a lot of people probably thinking about this, like, oh, it probably costs so much money to get into that. Break down the acreage, how much someone could be possibly paying. Like, what kind of money I need to put aside to do something like this if I'm trying to explore this, or
Man, it depends on if you're getting like commercial property, or it depends on your location. You know what I mean? Because you might be in a residential area, or it might be it just varies. But in the country, you might be able to find land a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because in the city, if you're going for commercial area versus residential, it's put a different kind of cost versus being out in the country, whatever.
Man, you can come down here. You can come down here to the listeners and viewers. You can come down here, man, in the Alabama area, in the Mobile area, close to the Mississippi state line, and close line or Dolphin Island area. They got land for cheap, man. It's cheap. I mean, cheap. You might get you about 5 or 10 acres, man. So it's cheap. I don't want to say no price because I don't really know.
I know what you're saying.
It's cheap though, cheaper than what people think. That's what I mean. So people think, it takes a lot of money to maintain land, and it don't, man. You get you a nice couple of acres of land and you clear it off, man. You like chicken, put your chicken farm out there or whatever.
Right.
Whatever, cattle, whatever, vegetables, food, whatever, RVs, trucks, cars. You can sell cars off your land. You gotta be, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That sounds like
car washes, you can do all kinds of stuff, man. Really, it's really like a place where you can start your own business. You know what I mean? If you want to grow and develop, and you want to become your own entrepreneur, kind of, for somebody who like working for themselves,
right?
It'll be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
In certain places, Alabama is high because Alabama is really like a retirement state. For real, you got to have a little money. You know what I'm saying? Like for those snowbirds that come down here and stay over the summer, and then people like that. But it really don't cost a lot to live down here. The people might, every state has this stigma on it, or somebody might say this about it, might say, but I think it's all good. I've been to other places too. Once you adapt to something, if you like it, hey, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
Everybody ain't gonna take to it. Some people might be like it's too hot down here or whatever, but hey, I love it, man.
I just look like this. You're pointing something out that people need to do. Like, a lot of people like, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going, up to New York or down to Florida or somewhere. Venture off the spots that you don't usually venture to and see, like, man, I could maybe see putting foothold down here, maybe on a business tip, maybe on, I just want to actually live here,
I got a female friend that works on a nursery, man. All they do is sell flowers up north. Man, flowers, any kind of flower you want, man. You know how much flowers cost down here, man, compared to up there? Just to get them up there.
What's that?
That's just selling flowers, raising flowers and selling flowers, man. That's money, man. We got nurseries down here, man, that actually that grow flowers down here in the south and send them up north. It's the same as the seafood industry. If they come down here and set up like a seafood industry, man, and take it up north, man, you'll have that damn seafood sold before you can even get there. And so it's like you doubling and tripling your money because, you know what I mean, it's different prices up there. They pay money for, fish down here that we ain't really paying nothing for.
Right.
Yeah, and flowers too. So, I mean, that's a business, man. For somebody who want to make some money, man, and I'm going to leave I'm going to set me a page. If I don't have the page set up right now, I'm going to get me another phone and I'm going to get another laptop and stuff in the next week or two. But I'm going to have me a page set up and I'm going to let you see some of the stuff that I got going on, man. And,
okay.
So you'll be able to, see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that'll be off the, off the wire, you know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's good, man. It's just land and money, man, It's just it's really a way of life. That's what I like about the South. It's a way of life, to me. And for anybody who might be interested in coming this way or trying to learn anything about it or find out anything about housing and stuff like that, they can contact me. My number up on the page. I can post it again or something like that, too.
Yeah.
They can give me a call and just contact me. So,
shoot, even probably people that, lost their way in your area, like, man, I ain't really thought to think about it like this, that'd be perfect too. Like, hey, man, I know you don't grew up in the same, town we in, I could put you up on things that could, put you in a better position, right around your way, not just people, out and abroad and things,
And then, it gives people a way to, another outlook on life with small things that they don't really look at and think about. Hey, I could be doing that. It don't cost nothing to do that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe thinking it costs them a lot of money to get into this situation. How am I going to get from point A to point B? You know, it may be kind of hard, but if you got a few options, a few things, a few choices, you might can get to them a little bit faster. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try to do it all, man. I try to get into the flower business, and I try to get into the, you know, man. And let me tell you something else about that here, man. Grass cutting, lawn service.
Right.
Oh,
There's money
man.
in that.
Tree service. Come on, man. Every summer, man, I don't got no job. I work for myself. I've been put away from the system.
Huh.
I work for myself, man. So, you know, and it's hard. I ain't no millionaire, nothing like that. It's hard, but I'm maintaining. I'm able to live and be happy, and I ain't worried about nobody.
Right.
You know,
you can set your own schedule and everything. So,
yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, man. And, you know, and I had to argue with my parents. My own mom, I had to argue with her about, no, I'm not going to get a job. No. Because that's what y'all did to me. Y'all raised me up all these years of my life. You need to get out of school to get a job. Grow up and get out of school to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never taught me how to get out and own my own business.
Right.
You know, you push me out here in the world just to get a job, but now I'm begging the white man for a job. No. So I got my own hands and my own feet, so I create my own work. I make my own work.
Right, because just as much as they got a job to offer people, you can create that job and do the same thing. Like, hey, you need some money in your pocket? Hey, come work for me. Come work for me. I'm actually, you know, the business owner, you know?
Yeah. You catch a couple of people out here, man, you'd be surprised who really need that day at work. You know what I mean? Finding somebody to work really ain't hard to do once you got a agenda and you got a job. You know what I mean? I know some guys that come to work. They need to make a lick right now, so they come to work. You know what I mean?
And you think about it like this: they're coming to work with you, and then they're gaining experience. So, in case they do want to go to a job that's something similar like you, they got that experience in that area. Like, I worked for him, you know, this many months, years, whatever. You know, I did this and did that. You know, that's how you gain experience. By actually getting your hands dirty with what you're trying to do.
Yeah, you got to get our hands dirty, man. You can't be scared to get your hands dirty if you want some money.
Right.
I ain't gonna say if you want some money. I'm gonna say if you want to be free.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because a lot of folks get their hands dirty for money, but I don't mean like that though.
Right.
You want to free yourself, work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I started looking at? I'm out here doing the work on somebody else's job while they on vacation.
All right.
They got their child and they on vacation. You know what I mean? I'm at their job and they on vacation having fun. I got to work a year round and wait on somebody to tell me I can take a vacation. Right. Man, you must be crazy.
Because what a lot of people don't look at it when you're getting a job, you're getting paid this much. They're paying you this much to keep you away from doing something else that you could have did and got way more money then.
They want me to wait. In other words, they want me to wait 65 years before I can draw retirement and start making some money and be able to sit down and enjoy the rest of my life, probably be dead in the next 5 years, then to go ahead and do what I got to do now.
Right. Because you figure you're working out with the stress of that type of whatever business you're in, you know, being a black man anyway. So, yeah, that's shortening your life already. So, yeah, they're counting on it. He ain't going to make it to retirement age. We're going to collect all that money he done been putting away or, you know, been going towards that. And it ain't going to benefit you and yours.
My mama thought I was crazy when I was talking like that. They didn't want to get that. You must get a job. You better get a job. The only way God gonna bless you. And I say, look, God bless me by the sweat of my brow. That's what he said. Right. He didn't say by the sweat of nobody else. But I go in the clock, he want nobody. He said by the sweat of my brow. Right. You know, it's just crazy how we teach our kids, man. You know, sometimes we think we mean well, but at the same time, we don't know we hurt ourselves too, man. Right. It's kind of like this right here, you know. You want the best for your kids. You want them to get up and go to school and go to college and all this, but sometimes that may not be the best option. That's sometimes, true. You know, college can put you in more debt than anything. That's what I want to come out of school in 12 years and go back to school and then come back out in debt. Right. $89,000, $200,000 in debt. And a lot of people don't champion this no more. Working trades, ain't nothing wrong with taking a trade. You could use that and implement it in your own business. Ain't nothing wrong with picking up a trade. That was the thing in the days we had trade schools. They took that out of the school system. They had trade schools in there. You know what I mean? They had it in the prison too, and they slowly but surely pulled them out. Huh? You know that? You see what happened? Remember back then they had home ec, you go to school, you
Yep.
know how to cook it, all that, cook and clean and all that stuff. But nowadays they won't do it.
Because they know that's an alternative for you to get money. Because I know somebody right now, they got their own home cleaning service. They make good money.
Man, I'm talking about down here, man, and then especially because I live close to the beach, man. Oh, man, cleaning condos, cleaning the beach houses, man, that's about nice job, man. Nice job. You can own your own business and just, work for yourself, man.
Right.
People don't like to really put that out, you know what I mean? Because they feel like, if they missing a piece of the pie, they ain't gonna get a piece of the pie. But in actuality, the more you do it, the more business you're gonna bring you.
Right, and a lot of people think, oh, it ain't glamorous. Well, I mean, if you're a business owner, of course, it ain't gonna be glamorous when you first get started.
Yeah.
But you get a little bit of people up under your belt. You be that employer that's taking the vacation somewhere. Like, yeah, I got some trusted people. They doing what they need to be doing, and I'm out doing my thing.
Anytime you run the business, you're gonna take a loss. You're gonna lose something else. That's anytime you run a business. No business became successful without taking a loss.
Right.
Donald Trump ain't been rich, but 1 or 2 times he went broke and filed for bankruptcy. That's another issue like that too. Like people think like doing bankrupt is being broke. It's not.
Right.
You might file for bankruptcy, but they don't mean you broke.
Right.
That's another option that you have. To pay your credit or whatever it is. It don't mean that you just that you just broke and you ain't got no money.
Right.
I mean, your account may be frozen, you might not be able to get access to a certain amount of your money or something like that because you got other issues going on. It just don't mean that you broke and you ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? And sometimes going bankrupt ain't bad. Ain't a bad thing to do if you want to hold on what you got.
Right.
That's why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
You think they want to lose all they got? You know what I'm saying? And they probably got it fucked up anyway, but you know what I mean? They don't want to lose it either.
Right.
So guess what? Before I let you take it, I file bankruptcy. I'll put a freeze on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's another thing, man, with understanding finances and monopoly. The game of monopoly, man, owning and controlling.
Right.
That's why I keep referring back to Dr. Carl Anderson and on those books. That's a brilliant man. And I encourage people to listen to what he got to say. And even if you don't agree with what he got to say, just listen to him because he points out most topics. Well, not most topics, but he got the answers for the questions that you really want to know. If you really want to know anything about reparations or about group or powernomics or, learning about white labor or black labor, white wealth, if you want to learn anything about yourself, all that is taken into one. And he got all the answers in the dialogue in the point where these certain events took place at, and how they took place and when they took place. He was able to break that down and show you that the question that you may have, that he might have an answer for.
Right.
Because he's been an expert in this 50-some years. And like I said, I listen to him, man, and I think the brother on to something. I know he's on to something. But
I think this has been a good talk, or good conversation. We done covered vast areas that, hopefully someone wants to research whichever one. As a matter of fact, you can stop it, rewind it once it gets posted. Like, well, I want to hear when they're covering this area, or I didn't know about this stuff with Prince and, or these contracts or whatever. We covering kind of a smorgasbord of different areas that brothers and sisters, and those that that are even if you ain't of melanin descent, if you down for the cause, you can grow and help someone else with too. I ain't just gonna be all like that.
Everybody can learn from everybody, man.
Right.
Even if it's something bad, if you got something bad to say about me, I learned from it. I learned how you felt about me. So I can learn from that as well. So I take the good with the bad, and I sit out. I sit out like I can sit out. If ain't no good, don't mean nothing to me. I don't take it in.
Right.
Yeah, And like I say, man, I like pinpoint news, little topics. We keep moving and jump on something else. I like that, man. It gives people enough time to pick up on and say, okay, I remember this incident. I remember that. I remember this. I remember,
Yeah.
you stuck on one thing too much, and it kind of like it might bore people, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to do that, so I kind of like jumped around a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this I gotta come up with some type of I mean, like right now, I just put this up, but
Yeah.
I need to do a specific thing. Like, well, Rick is having people call in, and we're gonna hopefully talk about something of expanding one's mindset. You know, because it's too much of okay.
Too much congestion.
Yeah.
Too much congestion. It's like one big old plate, man. One big feast, and everybody trying to eat off this one big plate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of pulling away from that plate and saying, wait a minute, I can go get my own food from somewhere else. You know, instead everybody wants to be on that one plate.
Right. Or I'll look at it like this. Okay, I'm serving a big T-bone steak with a big potato and prawn shrimp and lobster tails every night. Yeah. It sounds good, but you want some variety. Like that may be cool at one time, but I want to eat something different every time. I want some gumbo or something. I want this. I want some catfish or whatever it is. I want different variety. And not everybody cooks that steak and shrimp and lobsters the same. It could be the cheapest of the cheapest of the cheapest you're having. So
that's how you make it.
Right.
That's how you make all the recipes that you use. I done made a meal out of nothing plenty of times.
All right. I think we all have. Shoot.
I made the sugar sandwich, the mayonnaise sandwich.
Man.
You remember all. Yep. So, that's one thing I can say about our people, man. We always been the ones to learn how to make something out of nothing.
Right.
And that's good within itself. I don't think no other group of people can do what we've done, man. And can withstand what we went through. And can, and still come out to be pretty much all right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't really too bad off, but we just gotta wake up some of it.
Right.
A lot of them do, but other than that, we still came a long way. We still getting things that we still breaking records and we still doing great things. So, with that being said, we just need to keep up doing what we're doing and add a little bit more to it, right. A little bit more tight.
And be able to have a more discerning eye to peep when someone's running con on you.
Yeah.
Because that's
that fear of discernment. Yeah.
Right.
And that's the main thing, man. Stop letting people pull the wood over your eyes, piss on you and tell you it's raining and all that kind of stuff. Don't let them do you like that. Mm-hmm. Man, we gotta learn how to think for ourselves and stop letting these people think for us and tell us what the trend is and what, we already know what the trend is. We the trend setters.
Right. And you spoke on something earlier. I think that people need to be up on this. You said, when you was coming up, you had to come to a point like, man, I was being lied to. So when you think about that, you got to unlearn a lot of stuff that you probably learned when you were younger.
Yeah. You have to break down. You got to stop right then and just be like, damn, I learned this in school and that in school, and I remember this, and I remember this in the history class, and I remember this. And I've been lied to. I remember about Jesus. I remember about the Bible. And a lot of that stuff, man, is touchy. People don't want to get on it because they're afraid of it. A lot of stuff been instilled in it, a long time, and they, it's hard to break those mental chains, man. That's what it is. And the chains ain't on your wrist and ankles anymore. They're on your brains now.
Right.
So and that's how they keep us chained through the media outlets and through, social media and through these devices and stuff. They keep us in a one big pot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anytime they want to reach in that pot and grab one of us, they'll do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it is, man. And when we come to that understanding and knowing what the game is, we can counteract, or we can act before that.
Right.
If we think about it, we already seen all the games they can play. They can't play no more games on us. They can't fool us no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to first accept the fact that, hey, I've been lied to.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us don't want to do that. It's hard.
Yeah, but like you said, now that you discovered you're lied to, what are you going to do about it? What change are you going to make about that?
Yeah. And the hard thing is by the time to when individually it may seem like it's the right thing to do. But then when you bring it up around somebody else, and then somebody else put their 2 cents in your hand, that ain't, you wasn't raised like that, but then, so now you ain't thinking for yourself, because your inner self is telling you something is wrong with these pictures.
Right.
Something is wrong, and I'm rebelling against my truth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The truth is inside of us. We got the truth. We are the truth.
Right.
But some kind of way it's reversed against us.
Mm-hmm. And like you said earlier, you know, my truth may not be your truth, but you got to arrive at that.
That's right. And we all got a truth. So,
right.
You know, so it's just, don't ever let nobody, you know what I'm saying, tell you what their truth is, or tell you that your truth is wrong, or this and that, because everybody has their own views of what they believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Jesus or Muhammad or Buddha, to me, none of that stuff don't matter, because I already know that it's a creator here that was before them.
Right.
So, you know, and some of that stuff, man, they gave us the slavery and keep the slaves down and keep us maintaining the condition of basically where we at now, for real.
Right. That was the social media platform for the day's time back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. A different control mechanism.
Exactly. Keep the people in line. It's how we control it with this right here. Always teaching them to obey their masters and wait for their pie in the sky, and you know what I mean? Wait till they die so they can go to heaven or hell and all this and all. I don't know nobody that's been to heaven and came back and told me. I don't know nobody that's been to hell and came back and told me. So
right.
I just, you know, I don't know. You know.
But I actually know people that been through hell on this earth.
In heaven.
Right. Or I'll say assumed heaven. Some people assume it's heaven.
Yeah, allegedly heaven.
Yeah, allegedly.
Hollywood heaven.
Yeah, Hollywood heaven.
But you know, like you say, it's the truth is in us, man. We are the truth. It's just, you know, we've been lied to. We've been tricked by all these books and these other people's words and philosophies, and you know, we've been tricked. And it's hard for us to don't want to believe it, but hey, it's true, man. They pulled a big one over. That was the greatest scene it was probably the biggest scene ever it was. Was the slave trade, take control of the man's mind.
Right.
Take him out of his condition and put him somewhere else where he was inhabitable and not able to know what was going on. To put him in a foreign land and take his culture, that was amazing. That's crazy.
Right, but think about it. They're putting you somewhere else in your own mind state. That's crazy. It doesn't even mean on the landmass. In your mind, they're putting you in a different space.
Exactly. So in other words, you're letting somebody else create your reality.
Right.
And people don't want to believe that. They just can't see it, but it is. You're living out somebody else's life, somebody else's reality.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not being in control of your own destination. You might think I am because I get up every morning, I go to work, and I do it, but you're not. If you look at somebody else, you on their time and stuff.
Right.
You in the system, you in the world. Like you say, you know, come out of this world. You might not. I ain't in this world. I'm under this world. I'm not in the world.
Right.
You gotta know how to separate yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true spit right there. What you just said.
Yeah, I'm in the world, but I ain't in the world. I'm just in it. I don't mean I'm a part of the system. And that's the thing about it. You don't have to be a part of the system.
Right.
That's the thing about it. You don't have to be. They want us to think that we got to be out on the system when we don't. We govern ourselves.
Right.
You know, we police out. We don't need no police. We got no people in the hood to keep us straight. We don't need the police.
But you gotta look at it like this too. Let's make this clear. Once you get caught up in their ploys, that's when they really got the controls on you. You got the probation officers, and you got to report in. You don't want to get caught up in them type of situations where you got to report to them.
No, sir. That's gangs. They putting you in their system.
Right.
Let me tell y'all something about that. Don't play that game. It's that game that they put the cheese out there, they put the trap. And you know how that rat do. That rat will go there and get that cheese every now and then. He'll get that cheese off of that trap now. There's going to be that one time where that mother get his head snapped. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just, you can play with it now, but eventually it's going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
If you tip and play, if you play with it, that cheese gets smaller and smaller on that trap. That's what I tell my people all the time. That cheese gets smaller and smaller on that trap. You keep on poking at it and nibbling off of it, guess what? That trap going to lay right on top of your neck.
I look at it like this, and I like it. Ken said this in one of our things on the lines. Then he said, them people are awake more hours than you can ever sleep.
Yeah. That's what they say. You sleep, you never sleep. They talking about them.
Huh.
You never sleep. But the most, the most important thing is what I would say is when you wake up and when you find yourself, then all the rest of it, man, it just seems like it's just, you can't believe that people actually die if they put it in front of their face.
Right.
Once you wake up and see it, and you just literally see everything for what it is and for what it's worth, man, you'll be like, I can't believe all the things this damn long. But until we get to that point, you know what I mean? We're going to always have questions. We're going to always question ourselves and wonder why and think like this and think like that. But you gotta just say, hold up, stop. Let me go all the way back and sit down and think about where I went wrong at, where I've been lied to at.
Right.
And if you look at it, it's been all through preschool, all through school, all through your child. You've been miseducated by some of our parents, by some of our great parents,
right.
grandparents.
And I'll look at it like this. I don't fault them because they didn't have the alternative, information to, know how devil.
It ain't their fault. They knew what they knew because they was taught what they was taught.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we in the age of information, so everything's being revealed to us right now. So we able to see, we able to see the truth for some part of us here anyway.
Yeah.
We still got a lot of lost sheep out there, and we know we can't save everybody, man. But hey, each one still teach one though.
Right.
If I see you ain't got it yet, I'm gonna see you try to help you get it, or keep telling you, hey man, look. You check this right. You think about this. You need to, fix yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I mean?
Now. Let me clarify this because it's people that got channels that and this is what I want brothers to steer clear of because I don't promote this. What we're chopping up. This is the easiest way people can reach out to like you said, get certain books. And do certain things and change certain things within their life. But when you say, okay, what we're talking about, I put $1,000 cost on it. If you want to get this information, you got to go to, I got private messages for $1,000 for this kind of. To me, that if you got to do that, that means it's fake. You already know these people is probably struggling already.
Yeah.
No, put someone up on something that they can attain early.
Yeah.
Not okay. You giving them a hardship, and they probably still not gonna, come about, rectifying their situation because you're creating this hardship because you want to benefit off of their supposed stupidity.
That's right. And I hate to say it again, but it keep on coinciding to me with sometimes we got these fake preachers and fake pastors out here. And they do the same thing, the same trick been played over and over again. The preachers did it to us. It's the same thing.
Right.
But the people have to understand it's not all about the money. It's about self. You know what I'm saying? Once you get yourself in order, you know what I mean? Money is a necessity. Yeah, you need it. You want to live and have nice things. You need money, but don't let that be your whole life force if you living and dying depending on the dollar. There's some people that can't even make it if they went broke. Man, I done went with lights out, with cameras, all kinds of stuff. Now, I know how to make it with something or without.
Right.
It don't matter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got some people that go broke and kill themselves because they don't know how to maintain.
Right.
They never knew how to feel being broke. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I try to look at it as if I had millions of dollars, I'd probably feel the same way. I'll probably act different, for the way I move, but I'll be the same person because I'm used to having it anyway.
Right.
And I'm used to not having it, so it wouldn't make me no difference.
Yeah, but like you said, how you move because you have to that kind of money, a certain amount of money, you have to move different. You can't be like I'm still regular because people will look at you totally different. And I guess if you position yourself of having, okay, I'm riding this Rolls Royce through, I know this area, nobody really got no money. People looking at you like I'm broke down here.
That's like when I was coming up, like my partners and family and stuff like that, people that grew up in the projects and whatever, you know what I'm saying? you know how we growed up back in the days where you had the nice shining cars and stuff like that, but then you turn around and you look and they park behind somebody's apartment, somebody's project or whatever.
Yeah.
You got all these nice cars, but you living in the project.
Right.
Then you wonder why you're going to jail. Then you wonder, you see how easy we target ourselves.
Yeah.
We put the target on there sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we ain't thinking outside the box.
Right.
You know, because we got money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you know a lot of those jokers that was in those projects wasn't broke. You know what I mean? But they were still there though.
Right.
So it's all about what you do with your money too when you get it, man.
That's true.
Can't be stupid with it, you know. So I ain't saying be the same person, be in the hood, you know, riding the Rolls Royce around the hood, you know, ain't nobody got nobody, you know, no one got one. I ain't saying that, but you know, try to fit yourself into a society to where you won't be a trouble if you is doing something that, you know.
Right. Where I mean, you're not flying too far, you know, on the radar of, you know, people that you don't, because it's robbers in all types of walks of life. You're like, oh, he got something, and he look like he's slipping.
Yeah.
I mean, just like it's players, it's pimps, it's hustlers, it's all different people that
you got the police gonna pull you over.
Right.
They mad because they've been working 20 years on the force and they ain't got now. And you were 16, 17 years old, you got one, you know what I mean? Oh no, they can pull you over.
Right. And whatever issue they can give you, they're gonna give it to you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You know, we played those games before, man. Like I said, they done ran out of games. We should know everything they got to throw at us.
Right.
You know, we've been dodging a whole lot of bullets, and some of us been catching a whole lot of bullets.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what up, Shad? Shad chiming in, said, what's going on? Just checking in at work. What up, Shad? I'm glad you chimed in. Hopefully you got to hit that like button. Hopefully, you know, it'd be a turnaround with my channel where they start pumping it out to people, because, you know, I don't got no Instagram that I run personally. Shad runs my Instagram, and I don't got no other platforms where I promote what I do. Yeah. It's if you could go on YouTube and you done seen some of my videos or whatever, and hopefully, you know, they switch up these algorithms where, okay, if you like watching this, you can watch this. They need to put me in them type of recommendations. Yeah.
Sometimes they do. On my phone, it'll say like, well, I don't know if they really mean that or not, but it'll be like, too cool to call viewers also watch this, or also, you know what I'm saying, look at this video.
Okay.
So sometimes it's so like, your viewers have been viewed another page or something too.
All right.
So yeah, sometimes they do that too. But I just happened to be listening to y'all guys one morning, man. I think I was doing something. I was doing something, cutting grass or something. I heard y'all come on. No, I wasn't. It was late night. Y'all had me rolling laughing, man. Y'all came on one night, probably about 10, 11 o'clock. I was rolling laughing. You went old school color food that night, man.
Yeah.
Ever since then, man, me and my partner, I got a really close friend, man. Me and him will cut y'all station on sometimes and just listen to y'all just talk, man. So I might be one of the ones sometimes that give y'all a thumbs up and say, hey, what's up? But I don't really say too much. I'm listening, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't no age or nothing like that, nothing. Ain't nothing like that.
Yeah. That's why I champion people to chime in. I ain't one of them types of, okay, I'm a try to make you feel bad and you calling. No, you taking time to voice your opinion and throw up your number. Most people don't do that, you know. To throw up your number to say something. Hey, I want to have this conversation, you know. I think things like this need to happen more, because we come from a time when like I said, it was pool halls, it was different little gathering places you could be. But in this day and age, that's kind of going away, you know.
Especially down here where I'm at, man, we got a few little clubs, a few little hangout places, you know, but for the most part, you know, the people don't have nowhere to get together at, and you know what I'm saying? And say, well, they got somewhere, but you know, it's just a different time zone now.
Yeah, that's true.
You get everybody in a gathering right now. It's just like going to a concert. If you got somebody performing on stage at a concert, you going to that concert, the person that's performing, damn, they on their phone.
Right.
They dance. You got folks taking pictures and got their head on. They ain't really paying attention no more what they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just crazy. It's hard to get people pulled back away from that system, man. And sometimes I just think we need to have that day to look. All shut off cell phone day. You know, set the computer off one day, 2 days, or a couple of days. People, you go learn to start going without the kind of stuff like that. People, you go without, you know. Yeah, we can go without because we came up in the world without it, so we know about it. We know how to go without it. But for the ones who don't know how to go without it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's even harder for the youth.
Right, because they've been so, you know, like I said, we came into the time when none of this was even around. So we know how to, you know, okay, I know how to talk, and then I know how to be on this. But they're basically like, I don't even really have to talk to nobody. I can just be on here.
And that's scary. Just think now, I got a young niece and nephew. The youngest one a few weeks old, and I got another one like maybe a little bit under a year. They already know how to go on YouTube and Facebook. 8 and 9 months old kids know how to go on. Before they even learn how to walk, they know how to get on that phone. That's crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
I think back in the day, the closest way people used to have issues, like, say, if someone was baiting someone in, like, man, what you say about whatchamacallit? Oh, man, that dude was nothing. And then he'd be on the other line on the phone, like, yeah, I heard everything you said, man. Wait till I see you. It's the issue. Now it's there's the telephone talk on social media, like, oh, this and this, and you'll never see this person.
Yeah.
Versus back then, you had chances of seeing that person you talking that craziness about.
Yeah. And then you know what they'll say. Oh, man, I was just doing that for no views. I was just trying to get more views. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to watch a lot of them, too. They'll create that kind of stuff to get somebody to watch their station.
Right.
They'll say something about you to get you to watch them to see what they got going on to pick their views up.
Right.
You know, it's the same thing as like creating that creating beef.
Yeah, that I never liked it, that beef. Even when, you know, my channel was, you know, having issues with another particular person, people like, is that a beef? Like, I don't create no beef. It's just someone, I don't see eye to eye with them, and they saying some stuff that's untrue, and I got to speak my piece on it. And
then sometimes we got to watch out for the middleman, the algorithm. Because he'll point L in that direction, too, to make it seem like it's beef.
That's true, too.
Saying, sometimes me and you we might be beefing, but we might be able to solve our beef. But somebody else might come between to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Or he said this about you, or he said that about you, or she this, and she that, and you know what I mean?
Right.
And then now they changing your way of thought, because you thinking like, well, I could have went to your brother and at least tried to talk to him, but now he done said that. Now he ain't finna. And at the end of the day, it wasn't even like that. Those guys just need to sit down and talk. And that's what I'm talking about. We getting the far away from communication.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to believe instead of sitting down. Put the phone down. You got some beef and me, come talk to me. You can meet somewhere and we can have a sit down. We can have a shootout. It don't matter. However you want.
Right.
But I ain't coming for the violence, but now, you know, I ain't gonna let you do nothing to me either. So, you know. But the thing about it is, we just need to come together and learn how to understand, you know, what's going on, and just understand it ain't it's them trying to pit us against us. It ain't us. It's the middleman. So,
I don't, and see, the thing is, I done seen this many a times. Much as I watch different people's lives, or you know, really I say the lives because I look at it like this: you get these same pictures, and sometimes it's 2 or 3 of the same picture, and they're almost instigating in other people's live streams to try to get them to start saying something real brash and crazy. So they figure, look, okay, these platforms, like, if you could get them to say this, we can maybe be able to knock off their monetization, or you know, get them some strikes on their channel, so you won't hear really the greater content that they're putting out.
Yeah. Exactly. And you just gotta watch out for that. It's all kind of tricks and games with the algorithm and stuff, man. It's just, you know. But the main thing is that the people can reach the people, and everybody come to a platform and voice their opinion. I think that's lovely, man. And I appreciate you for allowing me to come on this program and speak my truth, man. And it's a couple of more stations that allow people to do this also, and I just appreciate that. Because not everybody gives the people the views, enough time to think they voice.
Right, because a lot of people be believing in a big old me, and you're just a little person. No,
what I say goes, and then when you put something in the text or the chat or whatever, sometimes they want to, dump on you a little bit,
Right.
Now, they want to run the station, or I might check something, and to you it might seem messed up, but if I come out and say it verbally, you'll understand where I'm coming from.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes that could be a lot. I just think people get blocked and cussed out because they text a good question, but they might have spelled it the wrong way or put it out the wrong way, and then the YouTuber went off on them. They ain't understand what they were trying to say.
Right.
Sometimes it's good to let somebody come on the channel and just let them vibe and let them get their, vent. Let them vent and get it out. Sometimes it might be crazy to you, but they give them a chance to vent. You know what I'm saying? Letting the world hear them. So, and sometimes people want a voice, and sometimes people don't want a voice. So maybe we speaking to the ones that don't have the courage to speak to nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just enjoy listening, but you got to hey man, I got a story I want to tell. How could I say it? I don't have a platform, so how can I put it on somebody else's platform? Which is a good thing,
Yeah. It's all a good conversation. You learn from conversations, from be it from young or be it from old. That's why I like having old school on here, because he's been around. So you're hearing it from an aspect of life and times that he done experiences versus I done experience. I ain't no youngin, but I ain't experienced some of the things he experienced. So we all can learn from different conversations we have with people. It's just what you pull from it. And not everything that you hear, you're like, well, I don't agree. Like you said, I don't agree with that, but I could believe it can happen.
Yeah. Oh, I could be wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like old school because he remind me of my uncles, my family, man. Y'all remind me of my family. I got people. I come from a big line of family people, man. And I got people all over the world, and y'all just remind me of my uncles and stuff, man. We just have a good time, sit down and drink sometimes, talk shit, man. We just have, and y'all remind me of my family, man. Me and my partner be sitting down, let's see our shows sometimes. We just be laughing our ass off. Cause I like the way old school be laughing. You get that laugh on me, boy. I be
right.
I laugh on them. They be laughing, though. I like it. But yeah, man, that's what it's about, man. Putting it out to the world, letting the people know what the truth is, what your truth is.
Right.
So I thank you, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah. You got anybody else that came in that maybe wanted? I didn't want to eat up too much of your time. I know somebody else might have wanted to.
We've been vibing with nobody because like I said, the people that's on here, if you actually, because I know a lot of people at work and they can't call in or whatever, or maybe doing certain things, but hey, I'm taking calls. You see, I got Williams on here, and he put his number up. If you want to put your number and join in on a conversation, you can do that. I'm not discriminating. Like, I can't call him. I think he might not add to the conversation. I'll talk to anybody. Because if you feel you got something that, I got an issue with Rick or something, come on, bring it. We're going to handle this in the conversation. I don't have to use a bunch of explicitives to, have my, way of getting back at you. We can combat through this through words or whatever. Come on.
That's how you do it. That's how you feel in your situation. And all that throwing the rock and hiding your hand and all that, that don't lead to nothing. That's the best way if you have an issue with somebody to confront them. Man, it's like this with me. If I got a problem with somebody, man, I can't go to sleep until I talk back to them.
Right.
If me and my girl and got into it, we having a bad day or something, I cannot lay down beside this woman that night and not be able to say, hey, look, I know we had a bad day. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Hope tomorrow will be a better day. I don't give a damn if you're mad or not. I don't care how mad you is. I'm going to sleep that and I'm going to roll over and take my ass to sleep and hope tomorrow bring a better day. Because I know every day ain't going to be a good day.
Right.
So, but when you come to realization and understanding, then you be able to learn how to cope with it and know what's coming your direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's the blind that's tricky when you don't see it coming. And that's what I think that catch most people off guard and it kind of discomforts them because they don't see it coming before it happens.
Right.
Sometimes they see it coming and it comes too fast at them or they just ain't able to just slow it down. In certain situations, you can control, but you got to understand, you got to know how to control the situation.
That's true.
So, and everybody don't know how because everybody want to have a flip mouth or they want to do this or want to do that or, sometimes just let it ride. You know, hey man, we ain't agree today. Fuck it, I'm going to bed. I'll holler at you.
Right.
You know,
I think a lot of issues it'd be like this in today's time. It is almost like road rage. You know, someone cuts you off, and then you like, man, you almost caused an accident, so you hot, and then they have the attitude because they feel you shouldn't have honked at them. So that's where it could start getting out of hand. Like, wait a minute, you wrong, and then he feel you wrong for chastising them for almost running you off the road. You know.
Yeah, and that happened to me all the time. Just like yesterday, I was driving. I'm on a straight shot, probably about to get 5 miles straight shot. One car me going 30 miles per hour. It won't. I try to speed up and go around. They won't let me go around. I try to get in their bumper. They won't speed up. I said, these jokers right here just trying to piss me off. So you know what I did? I slowed all the way down to about 15.
Yeah.
I let them kept on going down. I let them get on down the road a little bit.
Right.
And so I got back on my gas. I eased on back down on my gas. I get on back down. Now the light, they caught me and they caught them. And they hit the same old thing. I just turned off on them. I was like, these folks, they'll make you do something to them.
Right.
Yeah, they want you to, or they want to do something to somebody. So, you know, they hitting their brakes, just hitting their brakes driving, this car swerving, they on the cell phone, and drop their phone, and something going on inside the vehicle where I can't see. But all I know is they slowing me down.
Right.
And they deliberately doing it. I know they're doing it. You know, you can tell when somebody fucking with you in traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they see you trying to get on around, but they won't let you. They're going to play a little game with you. I ain't going to play that game. I just slowed on down, you know. Yep.
Yeah, it can get you hot instantly. It was one day I was coming from doing something, and this dude just tried to cut out in front of me. I'm in my Cadillac. He tried to cut out right in front of me. He's parked. And he tried to cut out in front of me in this round truck. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's straight trying to fly the finger. I stopped the car for a second. Like, are you for real, man? You about to tear my car up and you doing this idiotic stuff? But then you got to think, like, they trying to get me out of my zone. They ain't hit my car. Let me keep going about my business because this can turn ugly.
That's right. And see, I use that to say that, you know, sometimes people are trying to control your destiny. You know what I mean? I try to govern your actions, try to tell you what to do in life and, you know, come in and wreck your life. It's the same way. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so it's kind of like letting somebody dictate your actions. You know, I know if I cut him off from traffic, I'll piss him off. You know what I mean? I'll make him. Yeah, no, you gonna make me do nothing. You know what I mean? Because I got control of me.
Right.
So that's what it's about, man.
I think what's going on live stream been a good one. I'm glad the people that's in here that came in. I'm glad you came in, Williams, and added your truth that you felt that you need to speak on. You know, hey, I can see, you know, you doing more of this. Matter of fact, it might be a little different old school beyond there because, you know, old school, if you notice, he be talking. So you like, I don't want to forget my thought. Let me say this. You know, he'll be going into that. But I think we had a good conversation. I may come on a little later again with old school and Famo. I don't know. I'm gonna see what their schedules is looking like. But
hey, you short man, old school, Lisa Smith. I forget, you know, a couple of more of y'all that normally come in on a regular. I'll be listening to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. You know, I love y'all keep doing what you're doing, man. You got some people out here that's listening, you know, regardless they comment or saying anything, they listen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what you know, that's what counts. But sometimes people might not hit the like button or whatever, but they still listen.
Yeah, that's true.
I try to hit the like button, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to get people what they, you know, I try to give it to you. So
okay.
You know, I appreciate that, man. If anybody out in this area, you know what I mean, I put them on to this channel. They can come on and talk to y'all guys and tell their truth, you know, tell their truth.
Right, that's what's up.
And I enjoyed the conversation, man. I'm always up for a conversation. I'm always looking and listening and trying to learn something new, man. And, you know, as long as it's around good people, you know, I ain't worried, you know, I don't want no bull jobs.
Right.
I know y'all ain't about that, so, you know, I like to have fun with y'all. I like to be a part of y'all family, man. You know, so, you know, once I get back in touch with you again, I need to see. I know you got it in your link how I can make a donation to you, man, or how I can help the movement you got keep going. You know, you can let me know. You can give me a call off the air, whatever. You can, you know, let me know how to get in contact with you.
Yeah, I want to say, I think they turned it back on. I'm able to have super chats where
Yeah,
people could put up if you got that LinkedIn, how that works. If
yeah,
anybody want to do that, you could do that too. That's appreciated too. I mean, but like I said, I don't make a living off it. But if you feel
yeah.
whatever I'm saying
But
or whatever this conversation is strong enough, hey, go ahead and do that. You know.
the thing about it, I'm gonna say this: information is free. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on what kind of information you trying to obtain.
Right.
You know, information is shouldn't nobody charge nobody for information, but at the same time, people do. It's a way of life. You know, they make money out there. And I feel like this is somebody is doing something positive and they're trying to push a agenda or a movement or something. It's for a good cause, man. Support that brother, that sister, man, because you know it ain't all bad all the time. Sometimes, you know, you took your time out and you got your equipment, you got all your stuff set up, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you doing it for the money, but at the same time, you know, people need to respect that because you'll pay somebody else their information.
That's
You'll
true.
watch you'll watch News Channel 5 and you're gonna pay them their money, they're gonna get their ratings. You're gonna watch Channel 10, you're gonna watch all these other different news stations and outlets and they getting their money.
That's
You
true.
know. So support, man. You know, hey, if you
And like I
can
said, when I do interviews, when I get certain rappers, you know, you see, if you listen to any of them, you know, I try to come
yeah,
from an aspect unlike any other people that interviews rappers. I want to get to the nitty gritty, real, not none of this.
yeah,
Okay, you don't bought
yeah,
this car, and no, I want to know about. Okay, how did
yeah,
you handle your business? How do
yeah,
you,
yeah. Real life situations out here in these streets are real.
right,
No Hollywood made up. Somebody blessed me, or I. You got a lot of them that are lie too, man.
true,
They'll tell people that they had it so hard, and like in actuality they really ain't, man. Because a lot of them people been blessed in the game. They got family they came from, they had money, they can put them on, and
but
a
see,
lot of
see,
these,
see, the thing is, through this conversation, if the conversation goes on long enough, that's you can detect that if it's real or fake.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay, he just said
yeah,
this. That
yeah.
lets me know it's fake. Cause
You're able to distinguish, man, yeah.
so,
Mm-hmm. You got a
uh,
lot of them that'll come on doing that, man, and they'll claim they from the hood, but they really not from the hood. They ain't out here in the streets where it's cold as ice and hot as hell for real.
right,
They in the middle somewhere enjoying the fruits of somebody else's labor that somebody else enslaved over and made it for them, man.
right,
Everybody ain't got it hard for real like some of us got it. You know what I mean?
right.
Don't never.
And if you ain't got it hard like that, to say, yeah, I did come from a affluent family or something. Ain't nothing
Me
wrong with
too.
that.
It's
But just
wrong with
recognize that you ain't. Oh yeah, I'm this street person. I was
yeah,
hand to mouth with it all my life. No,
yeah.
you wasn't.
At the end of the day, somebody knows you. Somebody knows you. They know you wasn't from the street. They know you wasn't about that life.
Right.
And you don't get called out if you're doing it. It's going to catch up with you. So you might as well just be there from the jump. You know,
Right.
just tell people from where it is. And a lot of that stuff they have on fake jewelry, costumes, jewelry. It's not real. For most of the youth only.
Right.
You can go on Amazon right now and order money. You can buy money off of Amazon, fake money, man.
Right.
You know.
My boy told me about that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. But now if you get caught with it, you go to jail and now you got to settle the case. They'll sell you. You see what I'm saying? But
Yep.
they sell it at the store.
Hmm. Oh, let me see. Bro done chimed in and said, "Good evening, gentlemen. Hope everyone is doing well." Hey, bro, if you want to chime in on this conversation, I mean, I know we've been on a while. I know Williams might have to get to doing something, but if you want to chime in, anybody. If you want to chime in on this conversation, throw your number up. I'll hit your line and you can add to it. This is what it's about. Real powwows, real back and forth conversation, not nothing fake.
Yeah.
And if he is talking something phony, it's gonna be exposed through the conversation.
Exactly. So don't call in with these lies and stuff, people. Y'all call with the truth. Come with the truth, because that's all we trying to speak on these families, the truth. You know. I'll stay on the line for a little while longer until you get somebody else in. I don't want to hang up on you like that, man. You know. I got a few more minutes I can hang around and we can finish chopping it up or whatever.
Yeah.
And anybody else out there listening, they come on, call in.
Right, because we definitely got some listeners, but a lot of people don't want to put a trigger on. Like, man, I'm gonna throw in my number. Well, look at it like this: your number doesn't have to stay up. I can delete it soon as I get it. I can lock it out and knock it off where nobody else see your number. So when it reposts, you don't get no eyeballs calling your phone or anything like that. I want to make sure that when people's taking their time to put their numbers up, they ain't having that type of issue.
Yeah, and we don't want y'all numbers, because guess what? I don't want nobody calling me. I don't know either. I get enough of those calls from these telemarketing places and all these folks.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't need nobody else scamming me trying to call me, though.
I think the main scam that hits my line, do you know your car warranty is over with? I don't even got no new whip. What you calling with this foolery for?
Everybody, they do everybody. They need to stop. They need to get a lawsuit on them for harassment or some shit.
Yeah. Like, man.
They call my phone twice, 2-3 times a day talking about that.
But see, you know what it is? It's some old person that done bought a car, and that's gonna scare them. Like, oh, wait a minute. See, that's exactly. The ploy.
Yeah, exactly. They call my phone every day. Every day. Sometimes I might play the game with them and talk to them. I got one guy on the phone for a minute. He said, all you got to do is go to Walmart and get the money, or you've been approved for $10,000, this and that, but we need you to go to Walmart and send us $300. I said, all right, I'm on the way to Walmart right now, man. I said, what I got to do? I said, I'm going to hang up and you call me back. No. You got to stay on the phone. Don't hang up. I just lied through the bullshit and around.
Yeah.
Man, got them told me I was up there. And they had me on the phone. I told them I was at Walmart. I said, y'all know y'all being monitored and recorded. I said, it is an FBI agent.
Nah.
Them motherfuckers hung the phone up and wouldn't answer that phone back, man, for nothing in the world.
I bet.
I said, they trying to scam people, but they don't understand who they trying to scam.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Till they get the right one.
I told them, I said, y'all phones being recorded in mine, just like mine is.
Right.
They hung up the phone. They didn't want to hear that. Yeah. But,
well, I guess people are just better, or they feel better at being a listener. They don't want to add to the conversation. So I look at it like this: hey, we've been on for 161 minutes. That's quite some time. So whenever this post, you'll get, if you just chiming in now, you'll hear everything in the replay. So it's been a good conversation. Hey, I enjoyed talking with you, Williams. I enjoyed talking with Cadillac J. Just when he called in, and I think we're gonna end this particular live stream. Hey, join me again when I do another one of these. Hopefully we could get another type of dialogue.